for a capacity crowd at County Stadium in Milwaukee as the Detroit Lions take on the Green Bay Packers. In the NFC Central, the Lions, who have won 4 in a row, have a 2-game lead over the Packers and the Vikings. Green Bay trying to narrow that deficit with a victory today. And Barry Sanders comes in needing only 23 yards to go over the 1,000-yard mark once again.
And during a 4-game winning streak, Rodney Peete played extremely well for the Detroit Lions, but the quarterback position is still the one spot. If the Lions want to get off the hump, over the hump, it's got to get better.
Pat Swilling, the outside pass rushing linebacker, says he's 95% with the ankle injury and ready to go against Brett Favre, the Packer quarterback.
At this point last year, the Packers were 3-6, and Brett Favre makes the point we're a better team, and I really think Brett Favre is a better quarterback.
And the leading receiver will be his #1 target, top receiver in the league, Sterling Sharp.
But you know, what there really is one right now for the Packers has been defense, and there's nobody on defense in the NFL playing better than Reggie White. This guy has been a force and has made the entire defense better.
This game will not be an advantage weather-wise to the Green Bay Packers as they had hoped, taking an indoor team outside. It is nearly balmy here in upper Midwest territory. 47 degrees. We have some wind, but it's windy and sunny today as we get underway for the game. Along with Randy Cross, I'm Dick Stockton, and this should be a very big and exciting test here at Milwaukee. Jason Hansen will be kicking off to Robert Brooks and Marcus Wilson. Back deep for the Packers, and the kick will sail out of the end zone. And the Green Bay Packers will start from the 20-yard line, coming in with a record of 5-4. Brett Favre, who led the Packers to their dramatic win against the Saints at the Superdome last week, will have up front Ken Rutgers, Doug Weidel again starting for Rich Moran, Frank Winters the center, Harry Galbraith and Tootie Robbins making up the offensive line. Darrell Thompson and Edgar Bennett will be in the I formation today of the running backs. Sterling Sharp joined by the veteran Mark Clayton, and Ed West is the tight end with Jackie Harris out 4 to 6 weeks, and that's a big loss for the Packers. First down on the 20. Green Bay starting with split backs and Darrell Thompson in motion. Here's Edgar Bennett trying the right side, and he is tackled just shy of the 25-yard line by Chris Spielman. The base defense for the Detroit Lions, and it's been a good one, especially against the run, with Owens, Pete, and Spindler, the 3-man defensive line. Swilling, Gibson, Spielman, and Jamison, outstanding linebackers for Coach Wayne Font. Ryan McNeil, the rookie, makes his second start at cornerback for Tim McKyer, joined by Harry Colon, William White, and Ray Crockett, the other cornerback. Second down and 6 on the 24 for Green Bay. Favre looking to throw his first pass of the game, and he flips it out, and the pass is completed to the 35-yard line, and that's Edgar Bennett, the fullback. And the Packers are in Detroit territory, so Bennett with good blocking ahead. Ryan McNeil making the tackle and a big gain of 36 yards, and the Packers are in business.
For those who think Brett Favre is a quarterback having a down year, remember one thing. Your marquee players, you want to think of their careers as marathons and not sprints. And Brett Favre is in for the long haul, and one of the things he does well is he utilizes the talent around him. Here, Edgar Bennett wide open, coming back. Mark Clayton, great block on Dennis Gibson.
And 2 tight ends, Mark Shimura joins Ed West. 2 tight ends, and Favre on first down completes the pass to Sterling Sharp, and is close to another first down near the 30-yard line. Ray Crockett defending for Sterling Sharp, who comes in leading the NFL with 64 receptions now on the year.
The little dump passes to Edgar Bennett and runs with Thompson are very important for the Green Bay Packers because they can't put all the pressure on Brett Favre and Sterling Sharp. Favre's a young quarterback, and physically Sterling Sharp will not survive that kind of a load.
It is a first down for the Packers on their 30, and the flip to Edgar Bennett trying to go wide again. He picks up some good yardage and is knocked out of bounds by George Jamison. That catch by Bennett in a 36-yard pass reception is the longest of his career as he comes in 3rd on the ball club in that department.
One thing Mike Holmgren loves to do is get running plays out wide. Look for the Green Bay Packers to try to take advantage of the corners of the defenses of the Detroit Lions. One thing the inside linebackers, Gibson and Spielman, don't do well, and that's flow outside. And Mike Holmgren's a coach that loves to cut the corners and get the guys outside.
Here's the shifting by the Packers. will be another first down for the Packers with George Jameson defending on the play. The Green Bay Packers offense inside the 20. They've had 27 possessions, only 13 touchdowns and 11 field goals. Lions, on the other hand, have had their problems defending inside the red zone this year.
This is an area the Packers will miss Jackie Harris, the tight end, the most.
And here is a Darrell Thompson handoff off the left side, and he knocks the defender back on his heels. That was Ryan McNeil, the rookie from Miami, and he is knocked out of bounds after a good gain of 7 yards. As the Packers come out strong, despite the fact that you pointed out without Harris, they lack a lot of firepower today.
Brett Favre won't throw 25 passes today if the Detroit Lions defense does not bring their force on the corners of this attack against this Packer offense. You can't keep letting the sweep get 4 or 5 yards down the field before the first defender hits a running back.
Second down and 3 on the 9-yard line, and there's Thompson going out wide, and the pass is to Sterling Sharp, and he's close to the goal line. It'll be yet another first down, as the Green Bay Packers have made it look easy on their first possession. Ray Crockett makes the tackle on Sharp.
Sterling Sharp, it almost seems when you watch him, he doesn't really have an assignment outside of the fact of getting to a spot where there aren't any defenders and then using that strength you can see there as he carries Crockett 2 or 3 yards to his advantage. His strength is his forte. He's got some speed, but he'll outmuscle any defensive back.
Packers have driven 79 yards on this drive. They have a first and goal on the 1 with 2 tight ends, and Edgar Bennett dives in, and it's a touchdown for Bennett. Edgar Bennett now with his 5th touchdown rushing of the year, and Mike Holmgren's Packers have jumped on top of the Lions.
Earlier this season, this was the trademark of the Green Bay Packers, getting out your first series of the game and blasting it in for a touchdown. They had problems following it up, but here, as you see Thompson with a nice lead block, Winter, Galbraith, the entire offensive line, Tootie Robbins, everybody on that right side just drove everybody into the end zone for the Detroit Lions. It was an easy score, but the question for the Packers is, can they follow up success?
Chris Jackie, who has been perfect in point afters, with Ryan Wagner, the punter, holding. This is a game today that features outstanding kickers and punters and return men on both sides. And Jackie's kick is good, and the Packers jump in front 7-0.
And this is the best way to defend Barry Sanders. Have your offense hold on to the ball. Guy there. Most guys use tongs. This guy just puts on a pair of gloves and slaps them brats around.
And I'm sure they wash it down with something somewhere along the way. Little seasoning, and there's a way to keep things warm with a Packer helmet. Meanwhile, inside, the Packers getting set to kick off. Chris Jackie. He's got Vernon Turner and Derek Moore downfield. It's going to be Vernon Turner on a short kick at the 17-yard line. Turner bangs into his own man and loses some yardage back to the 21. Marcus Wilson makes the tackle on the play after Harry Colon got in his way. So Rodney Peete, who has engineered 4 straight wins for the Detroit Lions, comes out at quarterback. Up front, it's Lomas Brown, Dave Richards, Kevin Glover, Bill Fralick, and Dave Lutz improved in the pass protection area lately. Barry Sanders, of course, the star. Willie Green, Brett Perriman. Herman Moore, who's questionable with an ankle injury, is starting, and Rodney Holman, the tight end. First down on the 24 for the Lions, who are in an early 7-0 hole. Holman, the tight end, in motion, and Barry Sanders trying to go outside, and the Packers corral him early. And on the play, loss of 1 yard with Matt Brock up front. Brock up front along with John Yurkovich and Reggie White in the base defense for Green Bay. Tony Bennett is starting in place of Bryce Popp. Johnny Holland, George Kuntz, and Keel Coleman for Wayne Simmons at linebacker. Mitchell, Teague, Butler, and Buckley make up the Packers secondary. But the man that the Lions have to look out for is Reggie White.
Don't be surprised if you see Barry Sanders get a lot of negative yards, some zeros, some ones, and some twos. He'll also get some 40s and 50s.
2 tight ends in there. The one running back is Sanders, and the throwback is complete. And that is Herman Moore on the reception, and Terrell Buckley making the stop, a short gain of 2 yards, and that'll bring up 3rd and long for the Lions.
Probably not the easiest thing for Herman Moore to do with that bad ankle is to do a lot of stopping and going, as you see on that little double quick screen. Barry Sanders to one side, Herman Moore to the other. They're better off utilizing Herman Moore running down the field, which I think puts a lot less stress on that ankle.
And one thing we noticed is that Barry Sanders went out for a pass. He's been used a lot more as a pass receiver in recent weeks. Third down and 10. The Lions on their 24-yard line. Fumble, and Pete's going to hold on to it, and a loss on the play. So Green Bay has taken hold firmly in the first two series of this game, and a loss of 4 yards for Pete.
What to the average fan I think seems like such an easy thing to do. The quarterback-center exchange. Sometimes the center's off, sometimes the quarterback's looking downfield and forgets the minor detail of picking up the ball. But for Detroit, the key is going to be Rodney Peete. You know Barry's going to get the yards, but Rodney Peete must throw effectively.
Saw that connection affect Boston College in that Notre Dame Classic yesterday as Jim Arnold gets off a bad kick for him, and it goes out of bounds right after the midfield marker. Jim Arnold, who is third in the NFC in kicking. And they're going to mark it, I believe, in Detroit territory when we come back.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by Mercedes-Benz, where safety, reliability, and performance are never optional. UPS, the official package delivery company of the NFL. RCA, #1 with the toughest critics in the world. And by Keystone, Keystone Light, and Keystone Drive.
Dick Stockton and Randy Cross, and that's Mike Holmgren coming off a tremendous victory, and he hopes the Packers are on their way after beating the Saints on the road last week. First down on the 46-yard line. Late fake and Favre up the middle. Finds an open Ed West. So Ed West now, normally in there for blocking and a good man for the running game, gets free for an 18-yard pickup with William White, the strong safety, bringing him down. And the Packers are roaming and moving again. And here is the replay to West as he found the hole in the zone defense, and Randy's headset not working right now, so we're endeavoring to fix that up. Here is Thompson diving inside the 25-yard line on first down. So the Packers threatening again. They average 10 yards per play on their first drive to take a 7-0 lead. Spindler and Owens making the tackle that time on Darrell Thompson. Atlanta leading Dallas 3-0. Norm Johnson with a field goal, so the Cowboys trailing early in that game. 8:05 remaining in the first quarter, 7-0. The Packers lead, second down and 6. Once again, here's Thompson going outside, being chased by Swilling, and Ryan McNeil coming up from the cornerback position to make the tackle. And a gain of 5 yards on that play.
And again, we're seeing those corners being very soft for the Detroit Lions, and Mike Holmgren is not so proud that he won't just pound the ball. You know, he's got the reputation of being the passing type of a coach, but if you're going to give the corners this soft, Mike Holmgren's going to take him. You know, Thompson's very comfortable running out of that I formation, but one of the drawbacks of the I is it takes longer to get there. Detroit is just not forcing and filling.
Two tight ends again with Shimura and West, third down and 1, and diving up the middle is Edgar Bennett. And he appears to have enough for another Packer first down. And it is a first down for Green Bay, a gain of 3 yards. Packers have gotten off to a good start all year and have outscored their opponents by a rousing 70-19 margin in the first quarter of their game.
And really the problems that Mike Holmgren and the Packers had in the first month of the season was kind of handling that early success, how they follow things up. Here the defense has come out strong when they had their chance, and Brett Favre and his offense are just pounding the ball back down the field.
First down on the 16-yard line for Brett Favre and the Packers. He gets a pass rush, and he gets the ball away to Bennett. And again, it's McNeil riding him out of bounds. So Brett Favre did a fine job of getting away from the sack. Dan Owens very nearly had him for a loss, and instead they pick up 2 yards.
You know, a play like that, I think, to me, illustrates one of the problems you have when you have early success as a quarterback, when you're good and you're a leader your first year or two, people expect you to make miracle plays like that every single time you get out. You go out, you're supposed to lead a comeback. You throw a long bomb, it's supposed to be complete. I think Brett Favre's dealing very well with that pressure.
He's a second-year quarterback. He's kind of come back to earth a little bit this year and playing like a second-year man. Here's the draw play to Bennett, dives inside the 10-yard line. And it'll be third down and short for the Packers after a gain of 4 yards. Lawrence Pete making the tackle, and so far in this first quarter, Randy, no question that the Packers are driving off the ball and beating the Detroit Lions off the line.
Well, all the way across the line, you've got to say Detroit's losing the physical battle of this game, and probably nowhere more than any other than Pat Swilling, who basically is back from the bad ankle, playing against Ken Rutgers, the left tackle, having a very good season so far, and so far, physically, it's been a mismatch.
3rd and 3, and Favre firing away. The Lions had brought in Porsche and Scroggins, and so they had Swilling and Scroggins as the pass-rushing outside defenders, and Porsche and Owens inside, and the pressure worked as Favre had to get rid of it and throw it away, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Chris Jackie, who has connected on 14 consecutive field goals, will come on for Green Bay.
The guy to watch for Detroit on these field goals and extra points is Mark Spindler, one of those guys, not a whole lot of quick physical foot speed, and you don't worry about him being real fast, but somehow, some way, number 93, Mark Spindler, finds a way to block kicks.
A 27-yard attempt for Chris Jackie. And the kick is good, and Jackie now has tied his own team record with 15 consecutive field goals, and the Green Bay Packers have jumped in front again, 10-0 over the Lions. Well, the Lion players talk about Wayne Font's positive atmosphere with the Lions, and now he's got to get this team back in the game, trailing 10-0 early. Otherwise, he may find himself with a one-game lead in his division race.
Well, probably the key for Wayne Fonts and these Lions is they've heard a lot so far this year about, hey, no one's giving us respect. No one thinks we're playing anybody. We've got the 5th-place easy schedule. The last thing they can do is start believing the fact that maybe we're not that good. So far today, you know what? They aren't that good.
There is a short kick, and it is taken at the 31-yard line, where the Lions will start out with good field position, considering that was Victor Jones who retrieved that kick. Now, that kick is against the wind. Last time the Lions punted, Jim Arnold, punting with the wind, kicked it only 26 yards. And so with the short field, the Packers were able to get a field goal to open the 10-0 lead.
For Detroit, it's always important to get Barry Sanders on track. They can do it a lot of times early in games with little dump passes. Now Barry has 31 receptions on the year, but Rodney Peete needs to throw passes to his wide receivers.
On the 30-yard line, here is Sanders looking for some running room. And if you're wondering how Barry Sanders does on grass, especially against the Packers, last year he gained 114 yards here at County Stadium in the game that was won by the Packers 38-10.
Well, overall in Barry's career, it's something Ray Rhodes looked at this week, the defensive coordinator for the Packers, and said, gee, we got him on grass. Must be easier to stop him on grass. And as you know, Dick, it's funny to see, but he actually runs for more yards on grass than he does on asphalt.
2 tight ends, Jimmy Johnson joins Rodney Holman, and we'll have movement on the right side of the line. Johnson might have moved first.
John Johnson didn't join anybody on that play. He was sort of going on his own.
Full start. Start the snap. Number 89. 5 yards.
Dale Hamer, who is our referee today. So things are just out of sync for the Detroit Lions in every phase of the game, including the kicking game, which has been one of their assets coming into this game. So it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 11.
And 12.
Almost 28
for the Lions. We have 4:38 remaining in the first quarter. 10-0 Green Bay. They go to Sanders. He gets the burst up the middle, and Barry Sanders has the first down. And just as you were saying, Randy, he may get the minus, may get no gain, and all of a sudden he'll burst it, as he did there for 15 yards.
You hear the term guys in the box awful lot of times. Look at all the people inside on this running play. Normally you'd say, well, all those people in the box, what you do is you throw. But when you have a guy like Barry Sanders, I think you can throw that in the box, out of the box, in the stands, out of the stands, in the parking lot kind of stuff away. He breaks all codes.
Keough Coleman and Leroy Butler making the tackle. First down on the Lions 44. Rodney Peete gets some time, but can he find a receiver? And his pass is incomplete. He got a big pass rush that time from Tony Bennett, who is starting in place of Bryce Poff. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
Once again, that term, the box. How many guys are in the box? Here's the box right here. Look at that. You got 7 guys right in there. That's the box. If they're in there, you throw the ball. But what Green Bay did, and a lot of that credit goes to the coverage guys, they covered everybody. Tony Bennett comes around and gets a lick on Rodney Peete. And at this point, Rodney Peete cannot be a very confident quarterback in his game plan.
2nd down and 10 for Peete. And his pass complete to Herman Moore on a slant pattern right about the midfield mark. Gain of 6 yards. And it was George Kuntz, the linebacker, making the tackle. So the big story, Reggie White and what the Lions are going to do to keep him out of their backfield.
I would say the Lions are willing to do anything. Let's see what anything entails. You have Lutz, one-on-one, Fralick giving a little help inside. That's something Reggie sees the whole time, but Reggie's come to understand what he does is not always physically making tackles and making sacks. He makes everybody play better around him because they think they're better for being near him.
3rd down and 4. And here is Barry Sanders trying to beat the defense, and he is knocked out of bounds and has the first down for the Lions. So Barry Sanders, as well as he is fast, hitting the hole, picks up 4 yards.
Barry Sanders has the kind of abilities that cannot be taught. You can't teach someone to see something that really physically isn't there, and you definitely can't teach a running back to just be faster than everybody else. You know how fast Barry Sanders is? Barry Sanders is faster than anybody that's chasing him. And look at the numbers he's put up against these Green Bay Packers on the road.
Mentioned 114 last year right here at County Stadium. He's got 22 yards so far. He's 1 yard away from 1,000, and the pass intended for Herman Moore is overthrown. Terrell Buckley defending. That's always a dangerous pattern for a receiver with the defender undercutting him.
And that kind of a reaction can get a nice guy award for Terrell Buckley for just sort of grabbing a leg and holding on and not finishing off a receiver in a very vulnerable position. Many defensive backs would assume the ball's going to be caught and just try to take the receiver apart at that point.
Bruce Pickens, who was acquired from the Atlanta Falcons, is now in as a nickel back, seeing his first real action. He was acquired for John Stevens, a running back. On 2nd down and 10, Sanders looking for running room, and Barry Sanders doing a terrific job in close quarters and very close to another first down, and he does have a Detroit first down with Johnny Holland chasing him out of bounds, and a good block up front from the veteran Lomas Brown.
I think everybody grew up playing a little sandlocked football on Saturday mornings before the college game. Can you do this? Stop, start, stop, start, stop. You know, if you don't see Barry Sanders on a regular basis, you start thinking that maybe Emmitt Smith is the best running back in the league. Maybe Ricky Waters has got potential to be. I tell you what, this is the best running back that's played in the NFL in the last 10 years.
On the Packers 34, and we may have a false start on the right side of the line with Bill Fralick. Here's Dale Hamer with the penalty.
False start. Number 79 of the offense.
And it's Bill Fralick's penalty. By the way, Barry Sanders going over the 1,000-yard mark. Only the 3rd player in NFL history to go over 1,000 yards. In each of his first 5 years, Tony Dorsett and Eric Dickerson just the other 2.
This guy's amazing. He's on a pace to be one of the all-time greats. He's a running back that is a very patient, first-class guy that knows he has to wait for the Lions to build this team around him.
1:52 remaining in the first quarter. First down and 15. Pete's pass is caught by Brett Perriman, and Johnny Holland was all over him, and a short gain underneath for only 3 yards.
And here's something that will take its toll over the course of the game, and that's Reggie White hitting the quarterback, getting in his face, and more importantly, getting in the quarterback's head. Last week, Wade Wilson of New Orleans was constantly visited by Reggie White. I mean constantly, especially in that second half. Every time he released the ball, Reggie White was in his chest. And right now we have a down Packer on the field, John Jurkovic.
The starting nose tackle gets up and appears to be all right. We'll take a break. Bill Moss, the veteran nose tackle who's been bothered with an Achilles injury, was once the starter at the nose tackle, replacing John Jurkovic, who's on the sideline now. Second down and 12 for the Packers, or for the Lions, on the Green Bay 36, as the Lions trying to come back from an early 10-0 deficit.
A deadly combination would be a vertical passing game and Barry Sanders. Right now they got the Barry Sanders part, but the vertical is absent.
They haven't thrown long at all, and here is Sanders trying to get some room, gets away from Tony Bennett, but he can't get away from Johnny Holland, who wrestles him down short of the first down yardage. We'll see where they mark the ball, a gain of only 1 yard. Meanwhile, the Kansas City Chiefs lead the Chicago Bears. For those interested in NFC Central action, 7-0. Marcus Allen scored the touchdown for Kansas City. Atlanta still leading Dallas 3-0. Cowboys have won 7 straight games. There is that Kansas City score we just told you about, and bringing you up to date on all the action. Bruce Pickens has replaced Keel Coleman as an extra back. This is the 10th play of the drive coming up for the Lions. Third down and 10, and a play action. Pete going up the middle, drills it, and the pass is knocked down, intended for Herman Moore, and a fine play by Leroy Butler, who had to go up high against a strong receiver and made a terrific play.
Watch the job that the Green Bay Packers defense does on this play. And look at the crowd that Rodney Peete throws this ball into. Very fortunate. George Kuntz is there. Leroy Butler is there. I know Herman Moore's there, but there's a lot more green than there is silver and Honolulu blue in that picture.
Jason Hansen will attempt a 52-yard field goal. It would be his longest of the year. He's got the wind at his back row. Arnold is holding. It's a line drive kick, and it is no good, off to the left. So the leading scorer in the NFL, Jason Hansen, the second-year whiz, misses the field goal, and the Lions come up empty. 52-yard try, and it is still 10-0 in favor of Green Bay.
And I think right now the pressure on controlling this football game, now that the offense has failed for Detroit, goes over to Hank Bulla, their defensive coordinator, and his defensive team. Somehow Wayne Fonz's defense has to find a way to stop down the running game of the Green Bay Packers. That's the surprising part. That's been the ingredient missing from Green Bay's offense, has been the running. But so far, they've gotten the corners when they wanted to with the ball running.
They don't have a real running back threat, but they found the spaces against the Lion defense. Here's the give to Thompson, and Thompson trying the left side. That's been effective so far. Picks up 4 yards. Chris Spielman making the tackle on Darrell Thompson, who has averaged 4.1 yards per carry coming into the game. That'll be the final play of the first quarter.
And on that particular play, again, another I formation, variation of it with a lead blocker offset and Edgar Bennett. And the Packers right now are coming off the ball, and they're gashing them inside, and they're walling them off to the outside.
And that's the end of the first quarter here in Milwaukee with the score. The Packers 10 and the Lions nothing. They hope it's a big weekend here in Wisconsin because the Packers are leading. The Badgers need a win over Michigan State and Japan to go to the Rose Bowl against who? UCLA, and I'm presenting you with the Rose. The Bruins are going to the Rose Bowl.
It's been a long time, Dick. I'm very happy. We won't talk about Syracuse, though, but how about that Boston College, Joe?
DC against Notre Dame was a great one yesterday, but UCLA is in the Rose Bowl. And now the Packers, as we start the second quarter, have a second down and 6 on the 39, and the pass out to the flat, and a late hit put on that time by Ray Crockett on Robert Brooks. And that will be a first down, as Brooks in the game as the third wide receiver for the Packers.
Pass interference. Defense, number 39. First down. He's part of the foul.
Well, we we said what the Detroit Lions needed to be was a little more aggressive, sealing off things on the outside and filling up on their defensive tackling and coverage. But Crockett's timing right there was just a hair off. Got there a little early.
First down on the 45 for the Packers, leading 10-0. They look for the plane in, and they overthrow Brooks, and it's intercepted by Harry Colin, the free safety. And Colin down the sidelines, and the first turnover of the ball game. Harry Colin, who is playing free safety in place of Benny Blades, who the Lions sorely miss. He's out with a broken ankle. He picks up a big interception, and Detroit has it in Green Bay territory.
This play was set up. Watch Brett Favre with a pump fake going to Brooks. Definitely a bite on the outside by McNeil, and definitely a bad throw by Brett Favre, because Harry Colin's the only one within 5 yards of that ball. Watch it again. The pump. Now the throw. That was a combination of Brooks getting a little bang, not coming clean out of that break, and Colin being the guy that Favre hits in the numbers.
On the 39-yard line, Pete looks one way, looks the other, and finally tries to go up the middle. Incomplete to Jimmy Johnson, the tight end. So for Colin, that is his first interception of the year. Brett Favre now with another interception that gives him 14 on the season.
You know, one thing with this Detroit Lions offense, you've got to say that's become very obvious in the last, I guess, year or so. A wide open run and shoot team previously. Now it's a team that would appear to have a hard time playing from behind, as they are now by 10 points.
Here's the draw play to Sanders, runs into a crowd and gets maybe one, and that's all. And that'll be third down and long. He ran right into Evans, the backup cornerback, and Reggie White. Reggie White and Barry Sanders, maybe hard to believe, are facing each other for the first time in their respective careers. Reggie White has been in the league for 11 years, Barry Sanders for 5, and this is the first time they have gone against each other.
And I don't think neither one is terribly disappointed that it hadn't happened up to this point.
Certainly not Barry Sanders right now. It'll be third down and 10 on the Green Bay 39. Early in the second quarter, Pete slips and starts to run, and he is sandwiched and hit hard, short of the first down by about 5 yards. And it was Tony Bennett and George Kuntz who made a Rodney Pete sandwich, and that'll bring up fourth down for the Lions.
How many times do you see a quarterback run and they do one dreaded thing, and that, Dick, is look for the cutback? Watch him look for the cutback. He doesn't get a cutback. He gets a Tony Bennett. Here's the cutback. There's the hit. Front, back. And Barry Sanders next to him saying, Rodney, give me the ball. They wouldn't hit me like that.
Jim Arnold's first kick went 26 yards, and he had the win to set up Green Bay's second score. Hooch kick, and Robert Brooks is back down there. There's a penalty marker down as the kick goes into the end zone just barely. Nearly went out of bounds at the 1, but there's a penalty marker upfield right about the line of scrimmage. And the penalty will be against the Detroit Lions, and that might be declined by the Packers. And it will be, as Green Bay will start from the 20-yard line.
Illegal formation on the kicking team, the entire left side of the line, penalty decline, first down.
So the Lions could not take advantage of the turnover, and now with 13:07 remaining in the second quarter, the Pack with the lead have the ball again.
This game summary is sponsored by Pizza Hut.
Barry Sanders over the 1,000-yard mark for the 5th consecutive year. And Bennett with 20 yards. When you look at the rushing yards in the game with the Lions and the Packers each with 40 yards rushing, that's a victory for Green Bay. If you're even with the Lions in rushing, then you're doing all right, and they certainly are on the scoreboard, leading 10-0.
Well, the Packers come into this game averaging 95 yards a game, and at the rate they're going right now, they're going to get in excess of 150, I think.
First down on the 20 for the Packers. Here's Thompson going right and getting a block. And he moves it up to the 26-yard line. And a good gain on first down. Harry Colin on the tackle.
Another good job of getting out on the corner. The Detroit Lions defense just had him outmanned there. That was what Mike Holmgren brought from San Francisco, what's referred to as a bob play, where you pull both guards, and only one guard, Harry Galbraith, got out there. And we keep seeing time after time Mike Holmgren's theme and philosophy of using speed and going to the corners with your running game.
2nd down and 5. Sterling Sharp, after a delay, goes in motion. And the give is to Thompson again, and this time he gets nothing, and coming on in is Pat Swilling. Mentioned Swilling had been bothered with a high ankle sprain. Good pass rusher, but he got Thompson for a loss of 3 yards that time.
With the offense performing poorly outside of Barry Sanders, what the Lions need are big plays from their defenders. And if Reggie White's the key for the Green Bay Packers, a healthy, effective, and forced Pat Swilling is really the key for the Detroit Lions. He has got to make plays for the Lions to be successful defensively.
He missed 2 days of practice during the bye week and was fined by Wayne Fonts. He said it's been an awfully tough year for him. He lost his father, who lived in Georgia earlier in the year, and he says, that death hurt me more than anyone will ever know. Timeout, Green Bay. Micaiah, who's been out with a concussion, is back in as a nickel back. 6 defensive backs, 5 men up front for the Lions. It'll be 3rd down and 8 for Brett Favre on the 22, and his pass is caught by Brooks. And he is short of the 1st down yardage, and that was William White, the strong safety, and that'll force Green Bay to punt.
It was a nice job by William White of forcing up and making that tackle. And if there's really one ingredient these Lions are missing on defense, it's the presence, the force, and the hitting of Benny Blades, out with the broken ankle, expected back sometime in the next month or so, according to Wayne Fonts.
Vernon Turner has done a very good job in place of Mel Gray. Brian Wagner, who's leading the NFC in punting, gets off a fine kick. And here is Turner back on the 30-yard line. And he runs into his own player, Crockett, and is down to the 40. That's the 2nd time today a Lion has run into his own man.
There's a lot of ways to get on the old tackle chart after the game, but the one thing coaches really hate to see is when you get on the tackle chart for bringing your own guys down.
So the Lions get another chance, trailing 10-0, and don't those look adorable? Ball and Barry Sanders, always their key, has gained 35 yards thus far. And as you talked about earlier, obviously has done even better on grass than artificial turf, which is a surprise.
You really are surprised. The guy that played on turf his entire career at Oklahoma State, he plays on turf up there at Detroit, but he can really do it on this grass. And a lot of things that he does well are amplified on grass. When you stop and start real well, and you can do it like grass, like turf, that's an advantage.
Starting on the 40, and here is a reverse to Brett Perriman, who goes up the middle. And Brett Perriman, with a good job of ad-libbing, instead of going left, cut up the middle and picks up 16 yards before Leroy Butler makes the tackle, and now the Lions again in Green Bay territory.
Matt Brock played that perfectly. Watch the backside. Brock, coming from his defensive end position, fills up, and he's there. Can't make the tackle. And everyone over-pursues to the extent that Perriman's able to bring it back inside. And that sort of imagination, though at that time misguided, it turned out well, is what Detroit needs. It's been a very dull game plan so far for Detroit.
1st down on the 44. They fake the reverse to Moore. And Pete getting rushed, and he throws the ball away. There were no Lion receivers within 15 yards of where Rodney threw it away, and it was Brock and Yurkovich back in the lineup who put the rush on Rodney Peete that time.
And there was no bite at all on that play fake as far as the fake reverse, the fake run, the whole deal. Ray Rhodes' defense, I think, at this point is very prepared for Rodney Peete and the Lions to try to do some things a little bit differently to mix things up.
10-10 remaining in the first half. 10-0 in favor of Green Bay. 2nd down and 10 at the Packer 44-yard line. And here is Barry Sanders looking for running room off the left side. Kuntz was there along with Holland, and Butler also making the tackle and a gain of 2. For an update on the Bears and the Chiefs, let's join Greg Gumbel in New York. Greg?
All right, Dick, at Arrowhead Stadium, a 40-yard pass interference call against the Bears sets up Marcus Allen's 2nd touchdown of the day, an 8-yarder, and the Chiefs lead the Bears 14-0 in the 2nd quarter. Dick and Randy, back to you.
All right, Greg, the Bears beating San Diego on the road last week and not having as much success so far against the Chiefs this week.
And Wayne Font's offense faces another 3rd and long. That means here comes Wedgie, and on the other side, here comes Tony Bennett, and Rodney Peete does not like what he sees.
And so a timeout called by the Lions. But you're right, another 3rd and long, and it's been a start and stop offense showing so far for the Lions. The NFL cornucopia of holiday treats, including a look at Barry Sanders, who we're seeing today, through the eyes of his mom and dad from his hometown of Wichita, Kansas. Then, in a big NFC Central battle, Barry and his Lions, who have their hands full against the Packers today, host the Chicago Bears. It'll be 3rd down and 8 at the 42-yard line. Pete has completed only 3 of 8 for 11 yards. His last 3 have been incomplete. Looking for better results, and his open man is Green, and Willie Green is out of bounds and a 1st down inside the 25-yard line. The rookie George Teague was covering, and a pickup of 18.
And a little bit different wrinkle for Detroit than maybe everybody's used to seeing from them. They've seen him in the past, and that's leaving a tight end in for protection purposes and only using 3 wide receivers. And even with just 3 wide receivers, to get a receiver like Green that wide open, you have to think you're looking at a blown coverage.
Green has largely been ignored so far this year, coming off his best game against Tampa Bay with 4 catches. 1st down on the 24. Here's Sanders off the left side. And dragging him out of bounds is Teague. Teague, one of the 2 number 1 draft picks on the Packers. He's from Alabama. The other one, Wayne Simmons, not playing today with a hamstring pull.
Yeah, Barry Sanders is not a very big running back. I mean, height-wise, 5'8", about 200 pounds. But that last play right at the end goes a long way to show you the kind of strength he has. Count how many times you really see Barry Sanders physically knock off his feet by one person. It rarely happens.
2nd down and 6 for the Lions. They're on the Packer 20. 8:35 to go in the 1st half. Here's Barry Sanders finally slipping after cutting up the middle, and a gain of only 3 yards. He might have gotten more, would have gotten more had he not slipped, and Tony Bennett was there. So far, 44 yards for Barry Sanders.
And that's the kind of play right there that on AstroTurf, Barry Sanders handles differently. You saw him sort of blow out the bottom of his cleats and lose his footing and slip there. That would not happen on AstroTurf. When Barry Sanders is on AstroTurf, it seems like he has cleats all the way up the sides of those shoes for footing.
Jeff Campbell is in the game for the 1st time as a wide receiver. And Moore goes in motion wide to the right, and here comes the blitz. And Pete getting rid of the ball, and it's caught by Willie Green, who'll go in for the touchdown. Willie Green had beaten Bruce Pickens, and Pete had to get rid of it in a hurry against the inside blitz by the Green Bay defense, and he hit Willie Green, and the Lions get on the board.
And that's just the kind of thing Rodney Peete needs to show, I think, not only his offense, his teammates, and his fans, but also himself, handling these pressure situations. Look at the blitz, inside with the safeties, outside with the linebackers, and then just a physical mismatch when you're looking at a wide receiver like a Willie Green at 6'2", 181, clearly knowing where the ball is, and Pickens didn't.
Jason Hanson adds the 7th point. So the Lions, who were trailing 10-0, now have cut the margin as Willie Green catches his 1st touchdown pass of the year. The 5th touchdown pass of the year for Rodney Peete, a 17-yard strike to Willie Green. So the Lions now trail 10-7, and Jason Hanson will be kicking off. Back deep will be Robert Brooks and Marcus Wilson for Green Bay. It's a short kick, and it's taken by Wilson. And he is down at the 29-yard line, so it is a stiff wind. We told you at the beginning of the game, upwards of 25 to 30 miles per hour.
And it's moving. You can't tell on the field as much as up there, and obviously the kicks aren't getting as high as that beautiful flag, but when you get a situation like that, you're better off pooching it and letting it do that and let your coverage get underneath it. But in pregame warm-ups, when the wind was basically the same, I watched Jason Hanson drill a 53-yard field goal into that wind.
Last week, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had a pooch kick, and they caught the ball against the 49ers to get the ball deep in San Francisco territory. 1st down, and the give is to Thompson going outside. He's a strong running back. And Darrell Thompson that time picks up 5 yards on the play. He has one 100-yard game in his career, and that was against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last year. George Jameson and Ray Crockett in on the play.
2nd and 5.
And one of the keys when you're looking at that pressure on the outside, if you get bodies there, great. They got the bodies there that time, but that time Crockett couldn't make the tackle.
Sterling Sharp in motion. Thompson is wide to the left now as Favre gets rid of it in a hurry to Ed West, and the tight end has the ball in a first down. Interesting how they're using Ed West today, a 17-yard gain. Normally a blocker, but he gets open for pass play.
You know, I don't think Ed West has ever really gotten the credit he deserves. He's a tight end that has been very effective as a pass receiver in that 10 to 12, 13-yard territory. And with Sterling Sharp coming out of the backfield in the motion, such concern. Watch the defense draw to Sterling Sharp, and when you draw to Sterling Sharp, what that does is that leaves Ed West inside open.
Hurry up offense, first down. Favre takes long, goes long, and downfield intended for a start. He was double covered by Ray Crockett and Harry Colon, so they wanted to get the ball to their big man downfield. It is incomplete, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It was a nice job by Harry Colon because Crockett bid on the first move. Sterling Sharp gave him the move. Brett Favre gives him the pump. Watch the pump, watch the move, but look at Harry Colon coming from his deep center field. He's not buying. And when the free safety doesn't buy, you can't use that double move. That's who it's for. It's not for the cornerback, it's for the safety.
Atlanta now leading Dallas 13-0 in the second quarter of their game in Atlanta. And a quick toss to the left side to Sterling Sharp, and a good gain on 2nd down. They picked up 8 yards on that short pass play. Willie Clay making the tackle. So Pritchard on the receiving end of a Bobby Hebert touchdown pass, and the Dallas Cowboys' 7-game winning streak could be in jeopardy.
The way for Atlanta to upset those Dallas Cowboys, Dick, is to get turnovers, something Dallas doesn't normally do, but if they can force them, they can hold on to the ball and keep it away from Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin.
Under 6 minutes to go in the first half, and off the right tackle goes Darrell Thompson, and he may have the first down. Now, it might be a fumble on the play, and it is not. The whistle had blown, and the Packers will have a first down at the 40-yard line after some of the Lions were signaling the other way.
And so far, I like the approach Mike Holmgren's taking right now. He told us yesterday, look, I can't go wide open. I can't do all the crazy things. He has taken some shots down the field. He says, but I have to be very conservative offensively. The best way for me to attack these Detroit Lions is be conservative, move the ball down the field, and keep the ball out of Barry Sanders' hands. And so far today, that's what we've seen him do.
They're going to measure to see whether the Packers have the first down. This is an unusual maneuver for Mike Holmgren to go to the I formation. He normally is a wide-open offensive mind, but when you're losing your second-best receiver, good tight end, Sharp not 100%, no running attack per se, you've got to go with what you've got.
And I think if there's a division in the NFL, you can run an I formation. It's here in the NFC Central, where I don't think this division is not gifted with the fastest defenses in the NFL, and if you can do it, you can do it here, and Holmgren knows that. He's a sharp guy, but against the Dallases of this league, you can't run that I because your back does not have that long to make a decision.
Even if you have Barry Sanders.
You can run anything with Barry Sanders. I don't care.
I'll qualify that one. First down on the 40-yard line of Detroit, and there is a reverse to Brooks. Brooks with good running room. He's got a blocker in front, tucked inside the 25, and wrestled down by Crockett inside the 20. So a little razzle-dazzle by Mike Holmgren, despite his firepower problems, in a gain of 21 yards on the end around by Robert Brooks.
Well, just when we say he's going to be conservative, what's he do? He runs the reverse. The lead blocker, Big Harry Galbraith, watch this coming around. This isn't pretty. This isn't Olympic sprinter-type form by Galbraith, but you know what? He's in front. He's making blocks, and that's what gets Brooks the extra 10 yards.
And a penalty marker down as Sterling Sharp on the quick toss, and there'll be illegal procedure, man in motion called against the Packers on first down. We have 4:31 in the first half.
Illegal motion, number 39 of the offense, 5 yards. Still first down.
Darrell Thompson, so that'll bring up a 1st and 15 for the Packers. been a relatively penalty-free ball game. Packers penalized for only the first time on that last play. 10-7 in favor of Green Bay. They trail the Lions by 2 games in the NFC Central race. Bob's toss nearly picked off. It is intercepted. And it's Pat Swilling, and he'll go out of bounds. And the second turnover of the ball game. 2 interceptions by the Lions. First Harry Colin and now Pat Swilling. And the Packers, who are close to the red zone, have coughed it up again.
And that is a situation where Brett Favre stared at Sterling Sharp the whole way. Watch Sharp run his pattern. But right there, see that shadow? That was Pat Swilling standing between Brett Favre and Sterling Sharp, who was just looking at Brett Favre. Watch Favre. Take the snap, turn, look. You're not going to do that to a Pat Swilling. He's too smart. He's too good. He's going to make you pay.
Second interception of the year for Pat Swilling, and a first down Lions on their 30. 2 turnovers in the game, both committed by Green Bay. Here is Sanders, breaks 1 tackle, and he goes around Buckley, and Barry Sanders will have a first down with a brilliant bit of running on the natural grass. George Teague knocked him out of bounds.
There's not another running back in this league that can give you so much and take it away so fast. Watch. He's dead. Reggie's got him. No, he doesn't. Okay, here we go. Terrell, no, you ain't going to guard him. You're not getting him either. Can you believe the people that get within arm's length of this guy and do not get an opportunity to follow up? What the Packers didn't do, they didn't gang tackle. One guy won't get him.
He didn't get the first down. They marked it at the 40, so he's short by about a yard. But here is Sanders, and he's got it now. Barry Sanders driving toward midfield has a first down for the Lions. Continuing the amazing story of Barry Sanders, he has now touched the ball 253 times this year as a receiver and a rusher without losing the ball, without coughing up the ball.
Quick quiz. Not where's Waldo, where's Barry? There he goes. It's unbelievable. Look what he's done so far. You can figure this any way you want, but I don't think anybody's more valuable to their team, receiver, running back, quarterback, defender, than Barry Sanders is for Detroit.
On the Lion 48, drilling the pass, caught by Green, and he is pushed out of bounds by Roland Mitchell. So the Lions, for the first time, are in sync offensively. It was Willie Green who caught the touchdown pass to put the Lions on the board a few moments ago, and now Detroit is moving with 3:04 on the clock, and they've got a first down on the Green Bay 37.
Dick, when Barry Sanders is running the ball and Barry Sanders is effective, it's amazing how much more bounce there is in the step of the other 10 offensive players for the Detroit Lions. They think they can perform. They think it's their turn to do something when they know Barry's on.
Bruce Pickens was beaten again. That's the second time Willie Green has had his measure. And here is Sanders trying to go right. And steps out of bounds with 4 Packers right in the neighborhood. Johnny Holland was closest. And Sanders picks up 2.
Now remember what Green Bay didn't do on that one run where Buckley had a shot and White had a shot and Holland had a shot? They didn't pursue as a team. They didn't tackle as a team. Watch Barry Sanders coming at you and watch all the green jerseys that are in between him and the goal line. That is team tackling and pursuit.
Tony Bennett and Reggie White are now outside pass rushers with Moss and the Grant inside. It'll be second down and 8 at the 35. Pete gets some time, and his pass is caught by Sanders, his first reception of the game. Underneath Sanders, just a short gain of 4 yards, and that'll bring up third down at about 5 with George Kuntz making the tackle. And our 2-minute warning here at County Stadium. Packers and Lions advertised to be a close one, and that's what we've got. That Barry Sanders had over 40% of his team's offense. Right now he has 45%, having gained 68 yards. Rest of the offense 82 as the Lions are driving, trailing 10-7.
You just sort of quick cipher that up in your head?
Yeah.
I like that. 40-45 is good.
We have computers, we have calculators, we got all sorts of modern equipment up here.
Well, here on third down, third and medium, the player that I think you have to feature in this situation would be either Willie Green or a Barry Sanders on a swing pass. 2 wide receivers to each side on 3rd and 5. The ball at the 32. Pete fires, and it's dropped.
Herman Moore was there, Buckley defending, and Moore is upset with himself because he felt he should have had the ball. Reggie White put pressure on for the first time today on Rodney Peete.
You think Barry Sanders doesn't concentrate only when he runs the ball? Look at him. He knows it's a pass. He knows he has the blitz. Where's my guy?
So Jason Hansen, who earlier missed a 52-yard field goal, will try this from 50.
The 52 was with the win. This is into the win.
It would be his longest kick of the year. Arnold, the holder. It's long enough and good. And the longest field goal of the year by Jason Hansen. And the Lions have tied the game. So Detroit takes advantage of the Packer turnover, and we have a 10-10 game with 1:50 to go in the first half. In the first quarter, the first series of the game scored on Edgar Bennett's 1-yard touchdown run. And then after a poor kick by Jim Arnold, Chris Jackie kicked a field goal. It was all Green Bay, but the Lions have come back. Touchdown pass from Pete to Willie Green for 17 yards. And then with Pat Swilling picking off Brett Favre pass, Hansen's 50-yard field goal has tied it up with 1:50 on the clock.
Probably going to get another push, high, hanging kick.
And it's going to be Brooks at the 7 for the Packers. And he is tackled shy of the 25-yard line by Derek Moore. Coming up, we have Greg and Terry with scores and highlights from our New York studio and the Silver Super Bowl celebration. A look at the Jets' shocking upset over the Baltimore Colts in Super Bowl III as they gather this weekend to celebrate that silver anniversary. Coming up at halftime. So Brett Favre, who has thrown 2 interceptions so far today, now 15 on the season, and the Packers will start from their 24.
With 2 timeouts, this is plenty of time for Favre to effectively move the ball down the field.
Play fake on first down. He's got a lot of time, and he drills it, and it's caught by Sterling Sharp out of bounds beyond the 40-yard line by Ray Crockett. The pickup of 18 yards to the leading receiver in the league.
You know, Sterling Sharp at this point, Dick, is kind of like that great, closer in baseball that all he throws is the heat. All that Green Bay wants to do in critical situations is get the ball to Sterling Sharp, and sort of like you can't hit that 95-mile-an-hour fastball in the 9th inning. Most teams just can't stop Sterling Sharp from catching the ball.
And he's bothered by that turf toe. The vision problem with the blur that affected him last week in New Orleans has disappeared. So a first down on the 42-yard line, and the quick toss out again to Sharp. And we'll have a penalty marker down, and the Packers may be called for an illegal procedure penalty.
Well, they got Pat Swilling. Looks like a mutual jump on that play. Pat Swilling, anticipating the snap, was called into the neutral zone.
So it is against the Lions. Swilling is pleading his case and doing a pretty active job of it. You don't often see Pat Swilling as active in complaining about a penalty called against him. Officials are conferring right now, and they're going to be 4 striped shirts before this one's over.
One thing Pat Swilling has done for the Lions is he's had an impact on a limited basis, but when he's made an impact with a sack or with an interception, it's always led to a score for the Lions, and today's no exception.
Number 56, the defense.
Double take.
5 yards. First down.
Dale Hamer ought to be working in Las Vegas the way he's got some quick hands there. The penalty is against Pat Swilling, so he was overruled in his protest.
Well, he's thinking right and going left, and thinking left and going right. I mean, my 3-year-old son's in preschool, and they put the little R on one hand and the L on the other.
That's what they do with headsets when you jog. First down and 5 now. The Packers still in their territory on the 47. And here's Favre. And he goes to Sterling Sharp. He's got the first down out of bounds. And he is in Detroit territory. Gain of 6.
And this, Sharp is just going to slowly eat you up unless you sit on him. You have got to give him a chance defensively. You got to stay next to him. You can't take the chance of letting them getting 8, 9, 10 yards at a crack. Remember, they're going with the win, and Chris Jackie can kick a 50-plus type field goal.
Sharp has caught 5 passes already in this half. And on first down, a rollout by Favre, and he is trapped and will be stopped for no gain, and it was Pat Swilling. Remember, we told you Swilling, who has been bothered with an ankle injury, 95% he says, and this is the best that Swilling has been off the ball in the last several weeks.
Well, you saw in that last play a very good reason why at Southern Mississippi and here at Green Bay that the option is not featured on a regular basis with Brett Favre. Running is not his forte, and Swilling did a nice job of forcing up and maintaining his contain.
You saw the scores coming up at halftime. Emmitt Smith, by the way, was shaken up in Atlanta, and he was taken out of the ball game. More on that. Brooks in as an extra receiver, and the quick handoff to Edgar Bennett. Runs right into Harry Colin, but not before the Packers very close to another first down, and they do have it with 47 seconds. Green Bay still has 2 timeouts remaining, and they hurry it up.
Plenty of time. The consistent play comes from Sharp. The big play may come from Brooks.
Barber gets rushed, and he goes to Brooks, but he is out of bounds, despite the fact that he made the catch. And a great pass rush by both Forshea and Pat Swilling inside against Brett Favre.
Oh, that thing, that got Brett Favre. That was a world-class shot put right there. Because he threw that shot put all the way from the hash marks all the way out of bounds before Brooks could get to that thing. Pretty good form and a nice little reverse, little wrist flick.
Clock with 34 seconds remaining in the half. Sharp will go to the top of your picture. Second down and 10 on the Lion 36. Tied 10-10 here in the waning moments of the first half. And he dumps it off to Edgar Bennett out of the backfield, and a gain of about a yard. Chris Spielman making the tackle, and it looks like the Packers are going to be conservative enough to play for 3. As Green Bay calls a timeout, they have 1 left.
Well, if they're going for a field goal at this point, they're going for a long field goal. And Mike Holmgren, with his 1 timeout remaining, knows now that he can throw the ball for one of those 7 or 8 yard passes to Sterling Sharp that the Detroit Lion defense has been willing to give up, and that puts his kicker Chris Jackie even into a better situation. So it's very conservative for Mike Holmgren. He tells Brett Favre, if the quick, easy one isn't there, throw it away. We're still within Chris's range. Because, I mean, from here, you're looking at 51, 52 yards for Jackie.
He has made 15 in a row to tie his club record, 15 consecutive field goals. A bruised quadricep is the word on Emmitt Smith, who is removed from the Cowboys lineup in their game with Atlanta. Falcons leading, and we'll bring you up to date on the scores and highlights with Greg and Terry coming up momentarily. Favre has completed 12 of 17. What has really hurt the Packers has been his 2 interceptions.
Well, that's 14 of 17, right? Right. 14 of them, unfortunately, 2 to the wrong guy.
And the Lions capitalized on one of those hits. Third down and 7 at the 33. On the screen pass, here's Thompson and Harry Colin with a big tackle. Tell you, he has come up and played big at free safety for the Lions with an interception and a big tackle to force the Packers to try a long field goal here.
George Jamison rushes up and calls timeout for Detroit. This leaves them in a situation where Mike Holmgren now is looking at a 53-yard field goal.
Timeout called by the Lions, so Detroit now has 1 timeout left. So does Green Bay. And they're going to bring in the extra tight end. So they're going to power this one, it appears, to get set to try a field goal before the end of this half. Here's Chris Jackie, who amazingly has missed only 1 field goal this year. He is 20 of 21. Connected on a 27-yarder earlier in the game.
And this, I think, is going to be about a 53-yard field goal, which would equal Jackie's all-time best if he wants to maintain his consecutive streak for the Packers.
So a long field goal. Keep in mind, attempt by Jackie coming up. The wind is at his back, so he's got an edge there. A 53-yarder coming up with Brian Wagner holding. 15 seconds remaining in the half.
And with the wind, if you push it right, it'll be emphasized right. If you start hooking it, it'll hook harder with the wind.
It's a 52-yarder officially. Jackie's kick is long enough, and the kick is good enough. Chris Jackie with a 52-yard field goal, and the Packers have regained the lead. And he's got 16 in a row, and now Chris Jackie continues with his club record of consecutive field goal attempts.
And a nice job by Mike Holmgren and Brett Favre of collaborating and getting this ball down the field. Minute 45 they had, 2 timeouts, looking for any kind of a score. Very conservative, going to Sterling Sharp, eating up the yards. The big play of the drive was that draw play to Edgar Bennett right up the middle.
Think he knew he had it?
Watch this. What do you think? Yes, I made it.
Had it all the way.
Yeah, never in doubt. Never in doubt.
Well, the wind helped them, but it's still a 52-yarder, and Jackie gives the Packers a 13-10 lead after they squandered a 10-point lead that they amassed in the first half. There's Derek Moore and Vernon Turner back deep for the Lions. Turner number 44 as Jackie prepares to kick off. 10 seconds remain in the first half.
And if you're Chris Jackie, you try to make either an incredibly long kick or you just sort of pooch it so there's no chance of a mistake, and it's the pooch.
It's the pooch, and it's Turner on the 18. He's hemmed in and down at about the 25-yard line, and that was Doug Evans for the Packers, and not much time left for the Lions to try anything here.
It's about enough time out for the Lions to fall on the ball. I think you kneel down, you go inside, you figure out a way to get more consistency and imagination out of your offense. Take some of the pressure off of Barry Sanders, and Wayne Fonts has to figure out with his offensive coordinator Dan Henning how to get the ball in the receiver's hands more.
They've gotten into the hands of Willie Green pretty well, but they need time, and that's going to be critical for the Lions to make sure Rodney Peete has time to throw. So that will be the assignment of the offensive line, but the Green Bay Packers will run off the field with the lead. And that is the end of the first half here at County Stadium in Milwaukee with the score, Green Bay Packers 13 and the Detroit Lions 10.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by Oldsmobile. Burger King and its everyday value menu. Have it your way. I love this place. AT&T, we help put your world within reach. And by Heineken, just being the best is enough.
Loose fit. Stadium along with Randy Cross. This is Dick Stockton. The Packers lead the Lions 13-10. Chris Jackie with a 52-yard field goal. 10 seconds from halftime, the deciding margin. Looking at the halftime statistics, Detroit and Green Bay even in rushing. That's the big story as far as the Packers are concerned, but they have turned the ball over twice, and one of them hurt them, Randy.
Exactly, and the other disappointing factor in this game is the fact that Detroit has not been able to pass the ball very effectively. It's a team that was known as Barry Sanders right, Barry Sanders left, and we'll try to trick you with a few other things. Right now, passing-wise, it has not been that effective. When they've gotten big plays, they have not been able to follow them up.
Sanders with 63 yards, 13 rushes. Pete, 7 of 13 for 65 yards and a touchdown. The Packers have not gotten to Rodney Peete. He has been hurried and rushed a few times, but no quarterback sack. So Reggie White still looking to get to Rodney Peete for the first time. On the other side of the field, Brett Favre with good percentage passing thus far, but has thrown 2 interceptions.
And both of those were hit you in the numbers kind of interceptions. One to Harry Cohen, one to Swilling was right there. And the key on either side of the ball for the Green Bay Packers, Brett Favre, no more mistakes. Reggie White and the defense fires it up in the second half like normal. For the Detroit Lions, I think you get some production out of your passing game. Rodney Peete has got to move the ball, and defensively, they've got to make some big plays. Pat Swilling made one really big play during that one drive, but the defense as a unit has got to rear up here and stop down the Packers, especially running the ball. They've got to make Brett Favre beat him passing.
That's Derek Moore. He's back to receive along with Vernon Turner as Chris Jackie kicks off for the Packers, and second half is underway. Temperatures in the high 40s, maybe low 50s by now. Here is Moore returning from the 5-yard line, breaks to the middle. There's a penalty marker down. Moore is still going, and he's got 1 man or 2 men in the kicker to beat, and he stiff arms one and finds himself on the 30-yard line of Green Bay. But a penalty marker may bring it all back. A 68-yard return by Derek Moore. And let's wait for the official call from Dale Hamer.
The initial signal is against the Packers.
And Chris Jackie has been shaken up, and that's a big weapon for the Packers.
Well, here's a tough decision. Dale Hamer saying, Mr. Glover, would you like the ball way down here or do you want to have him kick it again, or do you want it way back the other way? It's like Glover saying, wait a minute, well, give us the ball. That was a great return. The initial sign was like an illegal use of hands into the face against the Packers, who were the covering team.
Here is Dale Hamer. It'll be against Green Bay.
Illegal use of hands. Grasping the face mask. Number 30 on the return. 5 yards from the end of the run. First down.
That's Corey Harris, and they're still working on Chris Jackie, who is on the sidelines. Here's that return again by Moore.
It was just a nice job of setting up the return. It was a return right. Moore has got the block, and now he's on his own. Go for the big play right away.
First down. The big play could be Barry Sanders. He breaks it, and Sanders gets to about the 5-yard line. A big play could be a pass play to one of the many receivers, or break one open to Barry Sanders, and Sanders gets 20 yards before Terrell Buckley and Leroy Butler prevent Barry from getting in the pay dirt.
And we watched Barry Sanders, and we mentioned it earlier, Dick, about, you're going to get 1, you're going to get 2, you'll get -3, you'll get 0, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, he's going to pop it. And here's an example of the pop. Good blocking up front, especially from his center, Glover. But Barry Sanders has the ability to run as fast sideways as he does forward.
Chris Spielman, the linebacker, is the up back here on first down and goal on the 6-yard line. And here is Moore, and he charges and gets in for the touchdown. Let's see where they signal. And now they say that Moore did not get in. Moore has scored a big touchdown against the Vikings on the road, and then scored against Tampa Bay 2 weeks ago, and is stopped short of the goal line with Chris Spielman, the blocker, up front.
Well, this is going to be second and extremely short. And there's the guy to watch right there. If Chris Spielman's still in the game, and he is, let's keep an eye on Chris Spielman and what he does, because one thing he won't be doing is going backward when he hits somebody.
And he relishes that roll. Second and goal at the 1. And here is a fake, and Pete's pass is caught for the touchdown. And it's Ty Halleck, the rookie third-string tight end out of Michigan State. And Ty Halleck with the touchdown, and that is his first NFL score. And the Lions, for the first time today, have moved in front of the Packers.
Watch the reaction of the defense. They're following Chris Spielman. They're expecting the run. George Kuntz fills. Everybody fills. You know there's some serious filling going on when your third-string tight end's that wide open in the back of the end zone.
And here is Jason Hansen on board to try to give the Lions a 17-13 lead with Jim Arnold holding, and the kick is good. So for the first time today, the Lions have taken the lead, and Ty Halleck, with only his second NFL reception, but his first NFL TD. And Detroit Lions leading for the first time today, 17-13, and Derek Moore with his first NFL kickoff return of 68 yards to set up the score. Moore very nearly went over the goal line, and then the rookie Ty Halleck with his first NFL touchdown. And the Lions, who came into this game with a 4-game winning streak and off to their best start in 31 years, in front now 17-13.
And that was all set up by the momentum that Frank Gantz's special teams were able to supply by the return you mentioned by Derek Moore. Frank Gantz consistently has the best special teams in the NFL, and for a kind of a listless effort emotionally from the Lions in the first half, that just really got them onto a real peak right off the start of the second half.
Hansen kicking into the wind, and Brooks back at the 5. Bobbles the ball, picks it up, and turns on the Jets, and he is knocked down and knocked out of bounds at about the 20-yard line by Harry Colin. 15-yard return. Packers got off to a hot start in this game, leading 10-0 before the Lions came back. Jackie's field goal gave them the lead, and this is Green Bay's first half possessions. You see, they scored the first 2 and the last time they had the ball.
And for all the criticisms of Brett Favre, I think one thing this young man does do and will do for a considerable length of time is Brett Favre might not win pretty. He might win ugly, but he's going to win.
First down on the 20. And the pass is caught by Mark Clayton, first reception of the game and a gain of 9. Mark Clayton, who has said that he's going going to retire after this year. Did not play in the fourth quarter in New Orleans because of a turf toe injury. Also has been bothered by a hip. And it has not been a grand year for Mark Clayton in his finale.
But he's making a heck of a fashion statement with those sunglasses under his helmet.
Got to do something, right? Second down and 1 on the 29-yard line. Shimura, the second tight end, in motion. Here's Bennett cutting upfield, and Bennett is tackled. See if he has enough for the first down. Ray Crockett, the cornerback, making the tackle. No gain on the play, and that'll bring up 3rd and 1.
And one thing the Packers have had a problem with over the last several years has been power. Watch Crockett hold his ground against Bennett, fills up,
Ball remains on the 29.
and backs up. A nice job by not only Owens from the defensive end position, but Pat Swilling as a linebacker. They completely stuffed that side of the line.
2 tight ends for the Packers on 3rd down and 1 on the 29. Here is Darrell Thompson going outside, and he's going to make the first down as he carries Ryan McNeil on his back. And a first down to the 36-yard line, a pickup of 7 yards. Thompson has gained 37 yards rushing so far, and Bennett 31 for the Packers, who did not mount a very serious rushing attack coming into this game.
And the majority of those yards have come outside, as that play was right there. It was designed to go outside. You can sort of tell when a play starts to bounce that quickly. You know, that was not designed to go off tackle. That's designed to take the outside.
And when the Packers were moving the ball on the ground early in the ball game, it was from the outside. They haven't gained much inside. Here's a play fake on a rollout, cross pass, and it's complete to Ed West. At midfield, he is hit by Colin as he catches the ball and holds on. And the 10-year veteran, who has made now 88 starts for the Packers, makes a 14-yard pickup.
And that's something that Ed West gives you. He doesn't give you the spectacular. He gives you great blocking, and he gives you the consistent play. You need him. Is he going to catch 10 balls for 170 yards? No, he's not going to. But he's going to catch 4 balls for 60 yards, and every one of those yards he gets is going to be important.
Replacing Jackie Harris, the second leading receiver on the team at tight end. Here's a first down at the 50, and the pass thrown weakly up the middle. It was intended again for West, and he was defended by the linebacker Dennis Gibson.
West, the intended
so it'll be
receiver.
second down for the Packers with 10:41 remaining in the third quarter. Mike Holmgren's Pack now trailing 17-13.
And Detroit is starting to show more and more blitz on that last play. George Jamison was coming and sort of forced Brett Favre to throw that ball away in the general direction of Ed West.
Sterling Sharp has been the top receiver for the Packers with 5 catches for 50 yards. He's lined up to the right. Second down and 10. Passes to Bennett out of the backfield, and wrestling him down is Dennis Gibson.
Bennett on the
short
reception.
game. That'll bring up 3rd and long for the Packers after a gain of 3, and the Lions will come in with Scroggins, who is their leading sack master at 6.5 a game, and Forshea, who will give him some pressure inside.
And the Packers have shown the willingness to try the sort of double pump, going long, throwing it way down the field. But what they've done effectively is move the ball in 7 to 10 yard chunks. Here, don't be surprised if Brett Favre throws the ball to a receiver in front of the first down marker and lets him run for the first down.
McHire and Scott are extra defensive backs for the Lions as well. And there's Favre, and he overthrows Brooks. Covering on the play was Kevin Scott, and that'll bring up 4th down. And so the Green Bay Packer fans here in Milwaukee, and Mike Holmgren with a 4-0 record here at County Stadium since he became head coach, now sees the Packers stalling, and Brian Wagner punting for the second time, and Vernon Turner goes back for the Lions.
As was the case in the first half, Dick, this is the kind of contest between 2 fairly close teams that will be decided here in the fourth quarter by turnover.
Bearcat called for by Turner. He loses the ball, and the Packers have it inside the 15. That's the first turnover of the game by the Detroit Lions, and it's a hugely critical one inside the 15-yard line. And Doug Evans recovers the fumble for the Packers, who have a chance to regain the lead.
Well, it wasn't the fourth quarter, but it is a very important turnover. And just an example of that gusting wind. He's got it, and it just moves it at the last second, kind of like that knuckler dropping off the end of the table on you. Turner thought he had it, and that ball just disappeared on him.
The Lions took advantage of one of two Green Bay turnovers in the first half. Now let's see what they do here with a 1st and goal on the 8 following Vernon Turner's fumble.
What do you think, Dick? Sterling Sharp, maybe?
Eventually, here's Edgar Bennett, and it's Thompson, not Bennett, who gets inside the 10-yard line. Chris Spielman making the tackle. Less than 9.5 to play in the third quarter. Meanwhile, the Atlanta Falcons have taken a 20-0 lead over the Dallas Cowboys. Pritchard again on the receiving end of a Bobby Hebert pass there in the third quarter as the Dallas Cowboys 7-game winning streak in trouble.
This is the part of the field with Mike Holmgren's offense. Look for the little pick to open up the receiver.
They go to Bennett, inside handoff, and he is stopped at about the 4-yard line, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal.
It's one thing to run the ball out in the middle of the field against a tough defense, and Detroit would qualify as a good defense against the run. It's another to do it down in the goal line, and I think the way Mike Holmgren, as you see him sort of grinning on the sideline, he realizes you've got to throw the ball in against these Lions.
And probably 1st or 2nd down, because now your margin of error becomes a lot greater right now. 3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. There is Sharp and Clayton both lined up to the right. And Favre will look and throw left, and the pass is caught underneath, and down is Ed West at the 2-yard line. And it'll be 4th down, and so after 2 running plays, an underneath pass, it'll be 4th and goal for Green Bay.
Third quarter, 8 minutes to go. I think he could take a field goal here.
And a timeout. You see Mike Holmgren says, let's use a timeout here, and he will. And a decision to be made by Mike, and I agree with you. This is a tight game. It is not a desperate situation for the Packers to try to gamble here.
Well, what you do is you take your points, you get the points, you put them on the board, you make this thing 17-16, and you get a positive out of the turnover. If the Lions can stop you here, it's a double negative for you. You got that turnover, and you didn't do anything with it.
No indication now. We don't know the condition of Chris Jackie. Remember, he was shaken up as he made the tackle on Derek Moore's kickoff return. There is Jackie, who is testing it.
Jackie, this is an extra point, Dick. He can do this left-footed.
Well, I think that'd be a fine idea.
He might get a shot. I think you kick it.
He had ice on his leg for several minutes after he was knocked down out of bounds. But here comes Jackie. He had a bruised right shin. As we said, ice was applied, but he's all right. The crowd, of course, would like to see the Packers go for it, but only if they know that they'll score.
That's right. That's right. That's a bruised right shin, which is a medical term for a boo-boo.
That's right. So Jackie aboard to try to bring the Packers to within 1. This game living up to its billing as being a tight ball game, closely fought between two NFC Central contenders. A 20-yard field goal attempt is good, and it is now 17-16. And so the Packers do indeed capitalize on that turnover. So it is 17-16 with 7:56 remaining in the third quarter. Milwaukee, the Lions lead the Packers 17-16. The story in Atlanta, Emmitt Smith has been hurt, has not returned to the game, and the Falcons lead the Packers 20-0. There's Turner and Moore back. Falcons lead the Cowboys, that is, 20-0, and Dallas all of a sudden has some problems. Kick headed over toward Vernon Turner. He stayed in bounds. And here goes Turner, and he is finally tackled at the 40-yard line.
That really illustrates how much Detroit is missing Mel Gray. Turner's doing a good job, but Gray is the best in the NFL at returning.
Well, this game is the Lions with a 2-game lead over both the Packers and the Vikings. Green Bay trying to narrow the margin to 1 game with a win. Now, with Dallas losing 20-0 to the Atlanta Falcons, the Lions, with a victory, would have the best record in the NFC, and it's still a long way to go before the end of the year. But when you start talking about division championships and home field advantage, especially when you talk about the Lions of the Silverdome with the Milw.
And if you want a schedule to play going to the home field, Wayne Fox and the Lions have the perfect schedule for that.
First down on the 40-yard line for the Lions. Here's Barry Sanders, trapped and down. Got a couple that time, and it was Yurkovich who was shaken up earlier, the nose tackle for the Packers. Speaking of the NFC Central, the Chicago Bears have come back somewhat, and the Chiefs lead over the Bears now 14-12 there in the third quarter. Tim Worley has a touchdown run of 25 yards.
Second and 9.
Second down and 9 for the Lions. 7 minutes and 12 seconds remaining, third quarter. Dick Stockton and Randy Cross here at County Stadium, Milwaukee. 1-point Lion lead. And let's see, Rodney Holman moved, and it's going to be a legal false start against Detroit.
Prior to snap, number 82, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
And that's a little bit like showing your cards in a game of poker, because Holman just came screaming off the line of scrimmage. He was blocking the whole way, and so lets everybody know that, yeah, on second and long, we were going to run that time, but now with second and considerably longer, you got to think Rodney Peterson can pass here, and why not get it to Barry? Barry's been so effective running it. Give him a pass.
Silver stretch offense with the 4 wide receivers, including Jeff Campbell. Pete now with a quarterback draw. Did that fizzle in a hurry, and it was Reggie White. They haven't mentioned his name much today, but Reggie White prevented Pete from getting ahead of steam on the draw and a loss of 1 yard.
Reggie White is the kind of ball player that does not need to do a lot of spectacular things, but one of the things you do need to do to that guy is block him. And Dave Lutz just sort of did a excuse me, see you later bye on Reggie and dropped him off right into Rodney's face.
6 defensive backs in the game for the Packers. It'll be third down and 15. Still 4 wide receivers for the Lions and Barry Sanders in the backfield. Pressure on Pete, fires, and it's caught by Campbell. Jeff Campbell is wrestled down short of midfield, and a good defensive pushback by the Packers prevents Campbell from getting the first down yardage. He missed by about 3 yards, and that'll bring up fourth down, and Jim Arnold will come in. It was Roland Mitchell and Johnny Holland to lead the charge for the Packers.
You know, and just like last time, it really gives you the feel, the way the momentum's bouncing back and forth like this. This is going to be a 1 to 3 point game right down to the very end, Dick, and somebody's going to make that final critical error.
You saw Robert Brooks back deep, and Arnold will kick for the Lions. Arnold gets off a beauty, and Brooks will field it. Harry Coleman was right there, did not call for the fair catch, and a great punt by Arnold. And out of bounds at the 13-yard line following a 41-yard boot.
They up in their suite.
That's where Bernie Brewer goes down the chute when the Milwaukee Brewers hit a home run. They're off today. First and 10 on the 12-yard line for the Packers with 5:23 remaining in the third. 17-16 Lions. Brooks goes in motion. Bob has time to throw. He drills it, and it's caught by Brooks. Fumbled, but it's blown dead. It was blown dead by the officials, and a gain of 18 yards. It was William White who forced the hit.
Right there, you see both officials pointing to the ground. As soon as you see that pointing to the ground, that means he was down. It was not a fumble. Don't get so excited. Let's take another look at it. Nice call by Mike Holmgren. Brett Favre executes it just perfectly. Brooks is wide open. Now watch. He's down, it's out. That's why you see the officials pointing so emphatically to the ground.
On the Packers 31-yard line, Favre again going to the air. He drills it, and it's caught. Penalty marker down. Ed West, the tight end, and he's got William White all over him, and a penalty is thrown. This West has had a terrific game now with 4 receptions on the day.
William White was all over him before the ball ever got there.
Pass interference, number 35. I know.
He knows. As long as he knows, we're in good shape here.
Well, see, I think the other official wanted him to give him credit. You know, that penalty called by.
defense, number 35. Penalties decline. First down as a result of the play.
Well, now we know what he knew.
Yeah, he knows. He knew it.
Now we know.
Hey, when you know, you know.
You know?
Right? First down for the Packers. So a couple of passes to Brooks and to Ed West, and a first down at the 44-yard line. Thompson in motion, and the pitch goes to Edgar Bennett. Off the right side, breaks the tackle, and Bennett charges into Packer territory and out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Edgar Bennett showing pretty good running skills today, gets 19 yards before Harry Colin gets knocked back on his heels.
We talked earlier about Mark Spindler, the defensive end / defensive tackle for the Detroit Lions, 93. Watch him working against Galbraith. He gets away. He just can't get there. Nice execution by the Packers and Bennett. They used their other off-back Thompson to the second guard and got that corner.
It is a first down on the 37 of Detroit. Here is Darrell Thompson off the left side. He's got Ryan McNeil to contend with, and a gain of 4 yards. Let's check in with Greg Gumbel in New York. Greg, what do you have?
In Atlanta, Bernie Kosar to Scott Galbraith from a yard out. Two ex-Cleveland Browns team up to get the Cowboys on the board in the final minute of the third quarter. It's still a 20-7 Atlanta lead. Dick?
Well, that margin wasn't too much for Notre Dame to come back against Boston College yesterday. They were 3 touchdowns behind.
Losing a lot of times. Fans.
Uh-oh. Here is Favre on first down. Flips it out to Bennett, and Crockett gets a hold, and Bennett gets away for another yard. It'll be third down, and they still have a bunch to go. Third down and about 6. It'll be third down and about 5. So the pass rushers come in for the Lions. They'll have Scroggins and Swilling on the outside. Forshea and Owens inside. As we wind down to 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Third down and 5 on the Lions 32.
Time for a Pat Swilling. He's making the big bucks. Time for the big play.
6 defensive backs, Favre. And coming out of the backfield, Darrell Thompson. And Chris Spielman with a tackle. Let's see if the Packers have enough for the first down. And they do. It'll be a first down, 6-yard pickup.
Watch Spielman coming from the left-hand side of the screen here in his pursuit. But Thompson's body lean and body language is such he cannot be stopped, and he gets that final lean, and that's the difference between getting the first down and not.
Packers trailing 17-16 with 2:14 remaining in the third quarter. Field goal by Chris Jackie following a turnover brought Green Bay to within 1. Now it is a first down on the 26 of Detroit. Diving forward for a couple of yards is Edgar Bennett. And that'll bring up second down. Green Bay led 10-0 after 1 quarter today. At halftime, it was 13-10 in favor of the Packers as Jackie connected on a 52-yard field goal with 10 seconds left. Lions took the lead following a brilliant 68-yard kickoff return by Moore in the third quarter, and now Green Bay trying to take the lead once more.
And what's really made the difference, Dick, is the outside running game of the Green Bay Packers.
Second down and 5, and the pass headed for Sterling Sharp, and he's got it. Sterling Sharp makes the catch on the 3.
That was a clinic. That was an absolute clinic put on by Sterling Sharp.
19 yards with Ray Crockett hopeless defending him.
Brett Favre puts this ball out where only he knows Sterling Sharp can get to it. Watch the concentration in the feet after he gets near the ball on the sideline. There it is, 1-2. A quick drag. It was that last foot drag. 1, drag 2. That is first class. That's all pros.
6 catches for 69 yards for Sterling Sharp. 3 tight ends now for the Packers. First and goal on the 2. And Thompson gets a yard off the right side. Dan Owens on the tackle, and let's see a loss of 5 yards on the play. So good pursuit by the Detroit linebackers.
And as Sterling Sharp re-enters the play, watch the pursuit and the inside penetration. That's what made that play. You had the pursuit on the outside, was going to force it wide, and the penetration inside by Owens left the back nowhere to go. Now you got to think Favre is thinking conservatively, and he's thinking sharp.
2nd and goal on the 7. Here is a fade pass pattern, and it's incomplete. Going for Mark Clayton, but covered well by Ryan McNeil. Remember, McNeil starting his 2nd game at cornerback for Tim McKyer, who has been in the ball game as a nickelback for the Lions. That'll bring up 3rd down and goal.
And you talk about the basic chess game of football at times. That was Mike Holmgren on one side calling an offensive play, and Hank Bullen and Wayne Fonts on the other side calling the defense, and the defensive call was better than the offensive call there. And Brett Favre did the smart thing and put it where no one could get it except maybe a fan in the first row.
10th play of the drive coming up. 23 seconds to go in the quarter. And here is the pressure. Swilling is all over Favre. Swilling falls down. Favre throws. Touchdown, Green Bay. That's Mark Clayton. And a penalty marker is down. We may have a taunting penalty against the Packers. Clayton in the end zone.
As long as that took to happen, it could be a taunting. It could also be a lineman downfield, the way he was running back and forth, and as long as that took to happen.
It would be a 7-yard touchdown strike for Favre if it goes. Clayton slammed the ball down in a manner not like the normal spiking move. 5 officials talking this one over, and Favre wants to lend his 2 cents. There's Mark Clayton, who has been banged up, and the former great Miami Dolphins star, who said this is his last season. And let's see if the Packers did indeed regain the lead in this ball game with 15 seconds remaining in the quarter.
This must be a very complicated call as long as this is taken.
They have an ineligible downfield, number 52 of the offense. That's how he's declined. You got an unsportsmanlike taunting foul, number 82, dead ball foul on the offense, 15 yards in the previous spot, lost it down.
That's Clayton. He means 83 Clayton, but Frank Winters, the center, was an eligible man.
Yeah, they don't have a choice.
We got to go. Ineligible downfield.
Yeah.
Number 52 on the
That's what
offense.
counts.
5 yards. Repeat 3rd down.
That's what counts. The Clayton.
Hey, if you want to take the second one, that's after the score. That would not be advisable. Young, strong-armed quarterback Brett Favre doing a nice job evading Pat Swilling. But what really killed that play was the penetration of Pat Swilling, making the play drag out, and Winters, 52, is called for an ineligible receiver downfield. There's the in your face, which results in a flag in your face.
Just a 15-yard taunting foul was a dead ball foul. A foul that occurred after the play. It must be enforced at the succeeding spot, which is 5 yards behind the previous spot. It'll be 3rd down, 20 yards behind the previous spot.
That's going to get the crowd a little upset.
That illegal receiver downfield used to be a 10-yard penalty. Now it's only a 5-yard penalty. That's one of our new rules. And Sterling's trying to get this straight. He says, now wait a minute. If they turned it down the first time and they said, give us the second one, how come? Well, Sterling, the problem is you don't have a choice. You have one penalty that happened during the play and another penalty that happened after the play. The first one does take precedence. And it's a long run here in Milwaukee to get all the way to that far bench. Both teams on the opposite side of the field. It's one of the reasons you don't see very many messenger-type plays sent in on this field, because it is such a long distance.
Randy, they had a 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal at the 2. They went down to the 7. They have to enforce both fouls, the 5-yard penalty for Winters, ineligible receiver, and then the taunting. So they had to enforce all the penalties. taunting was a dead ball foul after the play, and the ball is placed at the 27-yard line. So the Packers have moved backwards to the tune of 25 yards when it appeared that they looked to be a shoo-in to get the go-ahead touchdown.
Well, everything counted on that play. Everything counted on that play except for Mark Clayton's touchdown.
So it'll be 3rd down and goal at the 27 for the Packers. And I think right now all Mike Holmgren is looking for, get close enough and let's get 3 and maybe take the lead. Meanwhile, the Lions come in with Forshea and Scroggins, and they'll be trying to tee off against Mr. Favre here. Long explanation from
Look at the look on Mike Holmgren's face. It's like, now wait a minute, if you weren't sure for the last 5 minutes, why are you so positive right now? Because, hey, they got talked into this. Maybe I can talk them out of that.
Is there a vote?
No, there's no vote. The only vote involved is on Mike Holmgren's part. Who do I throw this next pass to? Because he has effectively moved the ball down the field with Brooks and Sharp throwing the ball.
It's a tough break for the Packers with Sharp making a tremendous play on a out pattern.
5 yards. Downfield. 3rd down. 15 yards.
Telling the crowd what we've just told you. The crowd obviously displeased with the ruling, but that's the rule here. It'll be 3rd and goal at the 27. 15 seconds left in the quarter with which the Packers will have the wind at their back. So that's another factor for Mike Holmgren to consider here.
3rd and 27.
Brooks comes out wide to the right, Clayton to the left, and Sterling Sharp in the slot to the left. Pressure drilling, and Favre is down. His 2 penalty markers down, and we may have a face mask as Pat Swilling got in there first and Robert Forshea second, and it'll be against the Packers holding, and the Lions are going to end up big time after all this.
Number 75 of the offense. Penalty decline. 4th down.
Well, Rutgers.
The holding is against Rutgers, working against Swilling. Watch this. Right there. Left hand working inside. Doesn't take much for an offensive lineman to hold, especially when the referee's right there. You might say, gee, he didn't pull his jersey. But just using that arm and hooking that arm inside on a defender is literally holding.
53-yard field goal attempt with time running out. And they get it off, and the kick is no good, off to the left. So Chris Jackie, trying to take advantage of the wind as the seconds were ticking off, misses a 53-yarder, and that is the end of the 3rd quarter with the score, the Lions 17, the Packers 16. What a game. The Lions lead 17-16. The Packers went from 1st and goal at the 2-yard line to Chris Jackie missing a 53-yard field goal, ending his club streak of 16 consecutive three-pointers in a row. First down for the Lions. Pete quickly out to Willie Green, and he is covered up in a hurry by Doug Evans, and a gain of 6 yards.
There's nothing wrong with that, Dick. I think that's what Rodney Peete and the Lions need to do. They need to throw those passes to the wide receivers just to make the Green Bay defense respect that passing game some.
Critical mistake by Clayton with the 15-yard penalty. The rule, of course, you have to get both of those calls, and the 15-yarder really knocked them out of anything. Close field goal attempt with the win. Now the Lions will have the win at their back. Green again, he's got the first down. Willie Green, who has come up big today with a touchdown reception. 9-yard pickup there, and it was Doug Evans on the tackle. Willie Green has caught 5 passes today for 64 yards, and that's his season's best.
And it's been important for Green to be this involved in the offense because Herman Moore, coming back from this ankle injury, has not been effective at all for the Detroit Lions.
And they haven't gone much to Perriman, so it's been Green's day. And they haven't used Barry Sanders much as a receiver. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line of Detroit. There's Perriman with 3 wide outs to the right. And Sanders slips, falls, penalty marker down, and he is run out of bounds at the 41, and there'll be a loss on the play. of 7 yards. It was George Kuntz, who's got a lot of speed at inside linebacker, and then Doug Evans, who's playing a fine game as an extra defensive back.
They'll be holding against the Detroit Lions. That happened right there in the area where Barry Sanders slipped and fell.
Holding the 67 offense. Penalty declined. Second down.
It's Dave Richards who's made the transition from right guard to left guard. In fact, they have 3 men up front who were at one time or another right tackles in a revamped offensive line for Detroit this year.
Second and
here's a play with that loss, second and this long, second and 14, 15 yards. You got to get half of it back on this play. Don't get greedy. Don't try to force something that's not there. Get half of these yards back and set up a third medium.
Second and 17 with 4 wide receivers, and the pass overthrown, intended for Moore. He was defended by Terrell Buckley. Now that'll bring up third down and 17 for the Lions. We're early here in the fourth quarter. Detroit leading by 1 point and coming in with a 7-2 record. 2 games in front of both the Packers and the Vikings in the division.
Wayne Fonts, with a worried look on his face, knows he has got to take some time off the clock. He has got to move the ball, and he has got to open this offense up offensively passing so he can feature his running back, Barry Sanders.
And on the end around, here's Brett Perriman, and a great play by Tony Bennett. Tony Bennett, who is in his 4th game since ending his 102-day holdout, and a loss of a yard on the play, and the Lions will have to punt.
And a nice job by Tony Bennett on the right side of the screen, 90. You talk about contain. You talk about maintaining your relationship to the ball, and that is exactly what Tony Bennett did. If he got beat at all in that relationship to the ball, his athletic ability and speed made up for any mistake he made.
Jim Arnold will kick it away for the Lions, end over end, and it's Brooks on the run at the 26-yard line, and Brooks will give the Packers good field position. It was George Jamison on the tackle, and will return to Milwaukee's County Stadium after this message from your local station. And while the Packers really missed a great opportunity to take the lead, it's early and it's still only a 1-point ball game.
Well, you go from first and goal on the 2 to a 53-yard field goal. You miss, it's bad, but don't forget, folks, this game will be decided sometime in this fourth quarter. Either Mike Holmgren's Packers or Wayne Fonts' Lions are going to miss a big opportunity and mess up with a turnover.
Yep, the last word you said, turnovers, always seems to be pivotal in games like this. Brett Favre underneath completes his pass to the 48-yard line, and that's to Sterling Sharp. 5-yard pickup.
It's really fun to watch wide receiver Sterling Sharp play. He's almost kind of like the offensive lineman of wide receivers. He doesn't get a lot of respect. People kind of ignore the fact that he's there sometimes, but how you can ignore a guy that's the all-time reception leader for one season with 108 catches, I don't know. All he does is sit down where guys aren't.
Second down and 5. Packers on their 47, and off the fingertips of Ed West. Boy, he has been Mr. Reliable at tight end, filling in for Jackie Harris, although he had been the starter for many years, and he was wide open downfield. That'll bring up third down. 20-7, Atlanta leading, and the woes continue for the Cowboys. Emmitt Smith out with a bruised quadricep. Kenneth Gant also has a dislocated shoulder for the Cowboys, and now we learn that Nate Newton is out with a bruised knee. So Cowboys have been sailing along. Everyone thought they'd roll the rest of the table. They've won 7 in a row, but they're in trouble today. Meanwhile, here is 3rd and 5 for the Packers. Favre has time, and the pass is caught. And it's Mark Clayton down the sideline. Well, Mark Clayton, who was called for a taunting penalty earlier that really cost the Packers, feeling good about himself, and a gain of 32 yards before Ryan McNeil pushed him out of bounds.
Now watch Mark Clayton and what he does coming from the inside slot here, 83. Some receivers would take their eye off the ball. You see his body's moving forward, but the head and his eyes were on the ball the entire time. Great job by him of just dragging it underneath all the coverage for that reception.
Big 32-yard play. It'll be first down on the 21-yard line. And the give this time is to Edgar Bennett. And Bennett drives to about the 16-yard line. gain of 5. The Packers did not go in with a formidable rushing attack, but they have run effectively today. And plenty of time remaining. It was George Jameson and then William White on the tackle. Lions defense coming in today. Second in the NFC against the rush, allowing only 92 yards rushing. It is second down and 5 on the 16. Mark Shimura is in as a second tight end. He goes in motion. And the fake, and Barnes loses the ball. I think the Packers have recovered. It was Robert Brooks who ran into Brett Favre, causing Brett to lose the ball. And I believe it was Brooks who recovered the ball.
I'll take a look at this. This looks like something out of the Three Stooges. You got that the snap comes, and now you're going to go to a handoff, which isn't a handoff. Where's my reverse guy? Oh, there he is. And there's a possible fumble, that possible turnover we keep talking about. The ball maintenance and maintaining it in these tight games is extremely critical. And you see, I'm sorry, Mike Holmgren's watched his Green Bay Packers in the last 4 weeks have a serious problem with ball maintenance.
And we'll take a timeout. The Packers have 1 timeout remaining. Miller Lite. It's been a wild game and a close one. The Packers with a third-quarter touchdown called back. Jackie, who has kicked 3 field goals, saw his streak end at 17. Sanders with 76 yards, but he's always a threat to break one. And Willie Green having a big day with a touchdown and 5 catches. What's important today for the Packers, the Lions came into the game allowing only 92 yards rushing. Green Bay has already picked up 116 on the ground, but this is a passing down. Third down and 11 on the 22 of the Lions. And on the wraparound draw play, the Darrell Thompson, and Thompson dives to the 15-yard line. He'll be short of the first down, but close enough for a field goal attempt. Harry Colin making the tackle, made famous by the Niners and Roger Craig.
And that's what's called a slow draw. The quarterback goes by the running back and hands the ball back around inside. It's a very safe, very conservative call by Mike Holmgren. Don't put yourself in a position where you can turn it over with a pass, get whatever yards you can. You know you have a very reliable, strong leg kicker.
And the Packers could take the lead with Jackie attempting a 33-yard attempt. And the kick is good, and the Packers are in front again with 9:03 remaining in the fourth quarter. That is the 4th field goal of the game by Chris Jackie, and it is now 19-17 in favor of Green Bay.
Coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by Toyota, maker of the all-new 2-door Camry Coupe, built in America and every bit of Camry. Hewlett-Packard DeskJet and LaserJet printers. McDonald's, what you want is what you get at McDonald's today. And by MobileLink Cellular Service, it's simply the way to communicate.
Dick Stockton and Randy Cross back in Milwaukee. This is the same score. The Packers beat the Saints last week, 19-17, and it was Chris Jackie with his 4th field goal with 3 seconds remaining, won the game for the Packers. So it's a carbon copy to this point as Moore and Turner go back deep on the kickoff. Into the wind, a short kick, and it's going to be Vernon Turner at the 15 for the Lions. And a good return out to the 32-yard line. And that's where Detroit will start. Corey Harris made the tackle. That was a 17-yard return by Turner. Green Bay has had a big edge in yardage from the first half. This is only the second half. And you never know that it was just a 2-point game looking at the total yardage.
And it's been the mistakes, it's been the miscues that have really kept this game the way it is. Reggie White's job right now, don't let Rodney Pete and his offense throwing the ball get on a roll against you.
No sacks yet by the Packer defense. First down at the 32. They swing it out. And Barry Sanders with a couple of moves finally brought down and took Terrell Buckley and a few others after a gain that time of 4.
Well, Keogh Coleman out there, he's a native here. He's a Milwaukee graduate from high school, and the whole deal. Met Barry Sanders out in the flat. Just realizes why this is the best running back in the league and what kind of moves Barry actually has.
Keogh Coleman, went to high school here. Once an usher here at County Stadium for the Milwaukee Brewers games one summer. Junior college transfer, went to Mississippi State, former New York Jet, now starting his first NFL game. Here is Sanders on 2nd and 6. Nothing doing. And it'll be 3rd down for the Lions with 8:15 showing on the clock. No gain on the play. It was Reggie White and George Kuntz combining that time.
And not having an effective Herman Moore is really hurting this Detroit Lion offense. As much as Willie Green has done so far, if Barry doesn't do it, it does not get done for Detroit.
19-17 in favor of the Packers. Chris Jackie, who's now kicked 23 of 25 field goals this year. The difference, 3rd down and 6. Deep throw. It's caught by Willie Green, short of the 1st down. It was Doug Evans and Bruce Pickens. Roland Mitchell also in on the play, and they stopped Green short of the markers. Good defensive sequence by the Packers.
And this is going to provide a nice jolt of motion for the Green Bay Packers. Rodney Peete throws this ball well in front of the 1st down markers. In a situation like this, I'm always amazed, and I can never quite understand why the receivers are not throwing the ball past the 1st down.
Well, I'm amazed with you, because that's the standard operating procedure. Short kick by Arnold takes a Detroit roll and goes out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. We have just under 7 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter, and the Packers lead by 2. Presented by authority of the National Football League, and the CBS telecast is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of CBS, the Green Bay Packers, and the National Football League is prohibited.
And one thing that's prohibited, definitely, Dick, is if you're a Green Bay Packer or a Packer fan, you don't turn the ball over here. Look for Detroit to be going after the ball. Look for Detroit and their defensive coordinator, Hank Fuller, to be attacking.
2 tight ends, 1st down on the 19-yard line of the Packers. Here's Darrell Thompson. Gets ahead of steam, is hit, picks up a few. Chris Spielman in on the play.
And this is the perfect situation for Brett Favre and Mike Holmgren on the sideline over there, that they're running the ball very well on 1st down. It seems 1st down they're averaging between 4 and 5 yards. So when you get a coordinator or an offensive mind, I should say, like Holmgren, into a 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5 situation on a consistent basis, he is going to cut you up because you can use anything on 2nd down.
They need 5 from the 24-yard line, and here is Thompson again. He's got the opening and the 1st down. Darrell Thompson uses some clock, gets a 1st down with 7 more yards. William White in the secondary making the stop.
And we talked about taking chances and attacking. Watch Chris Spielman right in the middle, taking a chance. He's attacking. Very nice job there by Harry Galbraith, not only blocking initially on Mark Spindler, but coming off and just sort of getting a little chip on Spielman. Thompson
has gained 57 yards on 15 carries today. It'll be a 1st down for the Packers on their 31. 5:40 remaining, and the Packers are averaging nearly 7 yards on their first plays. And here's Thompson goes out of bounds, fumbled it out of bounds after the game. So Green Bay making the most, and you talked about in their first series of the game, they averaged 10 yards a play and scoring the opening touchdown of the game.
Watch Chris Spielman, Pat Swilling lined up on the left side right here. He's got to be dinged up. He's still got to be hurting because Swilling does not miss a running back like that. Swilling is not usually outrun like that. If that's full speed, Pat's got a problem, and I think the problem's got to be his ankle.
Remember, he said 95%. We just saw the 5%. That was a 7-yard pickup. 2nd down and 3. Lying down to 5 minutes to go. Up the middle, Bennett. And he gets nothing. And it's Chris Spielman right there to meet him. But we have under 5 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Packers leading 19-17.
And now's the time for the Detroit Lions to start taking those chances like they have been and start going after the ball. Nice job by Chris Spielman filling up and making that tackle. But what Mike Holmgren has in mind right now, and he will keep glancing up at this clock, is keeping the ball in his possession and keeping that clock ticking and getting 1st down.
3rd down and 2. And a play fake. Favre getting rushed by Swing. He gets by Pat, and now looking to run for it, and he's going to be pushed, and he may not have made it. Let's see what they call it. Dan Owens with great pursuit, and the spot is going to mean everything on this fourth down or first down.
Well, the officials are going to get plenty of help over there from Wayne Fonts and Hank Bulla there. They're going to help them spot that ball. Don't worry.
Yeah, Dan Owens, after Swilling missed, with tremendous speed to bring down Favre before he could reach forward for the first down, and let's see if he indeed made it.
It was a nice job by Owens, and it was also an example of Brett Favre, you know, trying to kick it into that fifth gear, and suddenly remembering he's only a four-cylinder engine. He doesn't have much speed and couldn't make that corner.
They are short, and maybe by a full yard. Screened by several players. Looks to be close to 1 yard. It'll be fourth down, and the Packers will kick.
You definitely kick this ball. Mike Holmgren knows it. He got some first downs. He took off some time off the clock. Put the ball in the hands of Reggie White and your defense. Watch the end. Favre, I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to get it. The big guy runs him down. He had the angle, but Owens was what stood between Favre and that first down.
So Owens saved the first down, and with Brian Wagner punting, the Lions will get another chance with 4:14 to go. Vernon Turner, who earlier in this half muffed a punt, which led to a field goal for the Packers. That was in the third quarter. He's on the receiving end. Good kick by Wagner, and Turner's going to let it bounce out of bounds. Well, here's what's coming up tonight on CBS. It all begins with 60 Minutes, followed by Murder, She Wrote, and a Walton Thanksgiving reunion starring Richard Thomas, Ralph Waite, Michael Learned, and other original cast members from the long-running series The Waltons. That's coming up tonight on CBS. Atlanta now with a 20-point lead, 27-7 over Dallas. Hebert has thrown a touchdown pass of 70 yards to guess who? Deion Sanders.
The old never hit a man when he's down, kick him. It's easier philosophy of offense.
Jerry Glanville making the most of it, isn't he? First down at the 25. Pete gets hit, and the pass is intercepted by Leroy Butler. And Butler inside the 20-yard line. Big play of the game by the Packer defense. And it was John Yurkovich who applied the hit on Pete. And an injured Packer down as well.
Here's that turnover we told you about. Fourth quarter, late in the game. Pressure from Yurkovich. And it best makes that ball into a floater. Johnny Holland could have had it, but Butler comes down with it. Watch what he does at the end of the play here, though. Very important. Two hands over the ball. See him wrap that thing up there at the end? He was not going to turn that over. One more time. Look at the pressure from Yurkovich. Had gone out of the game, was worried about his knee or whatever else, but he comes back and makes the critical pressure to cause the big turnover.
For Leroy Butler, his fifth interception of the season. He intercepted one off of a deflection last week against New Orleans. And Butler now with 5 on the year. The injured player is Reggie White. And he comes off the field. Reggie White appears to be all right, telling everyone I'm shaken up, but I'll be okay. And the Packers have the ball inside the 20.
For what Reggie White makes, Dick, you don't take his word for it.
You want a second opinion,
but you get at least 3 or 4 for $9 million or so.
Bears have taken the lead over Kansas City 19-17 after trailing early. Neil Anderson with a touchdown run there in the fourth quarter.
And here's a situation just like that last drive, Dick. Brett Favre does nothing dumb. Brett Favre hands off the ball, runs off some time, and worst case gets a field goal.
2 tight ends on a first down at the 14. Here's Darrell Thompson. And Thompson picks up some good yardage getting inside the 10. Kelvin Pritchett on the tackle. With 3:39 on the clock, that was a gain of 5 yards for Thompson. There's that Atlanta Falcons score, and Deion Sanders, the cornerback, on the receiving end of a 70-yard touchdown pass. And the Bears regaining the lead, trying to get to 500 in this NFC Central. So Packers trying to move to within 1 game of the Lions in the division, and they are 3 minutes or so away from that, leading by 2. 2nd and 5 at the 9. Then they go to Thompson, cutting off the left side, inside the 5, and he may have a first down. It'll be close.
And another big run outside, time and time again. We have seen that happen. Been running right, been running left, getting some great blocking out of his tight ends, his wide receivers, and his fellow running backs. Watch here. Watch that entire left side. Look at Ed West. Look at Rutgers. Nice job. That's Chimura at tight end, too. Clayton blocking as the wide receiver. And the Packers can smell it. And it's not just the goal line here. They smell Mike Holmgren and his team smell a victory and smell a chance to pull in another game on the Detroit Lions.
Randy, as they measure for the first down, the time of possession in this half is doubled. Green Bay 18 minutes, Detroit 9. And as you said at the outset, one of the big things that Mike Holmgren wanted to do was to keep Barry Sanders off the field. In this second half, he has done just that. They are shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and goal.
Wayne Fonts knows he's in a situation right now where he's going to need a touchdown probably here in a minute when his team gets the ball back.
3rd and 1 for the Packers. 2:48 remaining in the 4th quarter.
Last 2 plays, Brett Favre has set up a bootleg. He handed the ball off and ran hard to his left the other way. Could be a little fake, a little bootleg, a little quick pass in the flat. If it's there, he completes it. If he doesn't, he throws it away.
3 tight ends. West is lined up on the left side. Chimura goes in motion, and the give is to Bennett. He's got the first down. Edgar Bennett. And this game is going to the green and gold to this point as we wind down close to 2 minutes remaining in the game. Edgar Bennett with a big first down. The Packers need a touchdown here to, for all intents and purposes, put this game away.
Look at the body language of the Green Bay Packers right now. You can tell from a confidence standpoint, this is the team that has control of the football game right now. This is the team that knows with any kind of a score, I think they win it.
2-minute warning here in Milwaukee with the Packers in control. Here at County Stadium in Milwaukee, the Packers leading 19-17. They have 1 timeout left. The Lions have 3. And it'll be a 1st and goal at the 3-yard line or the 2-yard line for the Packers, who lost a heartbreaker at Kansas City by turning the ball over 6 times, and in a short week came back and rallied to beat the Saints a week ago at the Superdome, and now trying to move to within a game of the lead in the NFC Central.
And if I'm the Packers here, I'm running the ball effectively outside all this time. Pat Swillen is not in the game. Go to his side with a sweep and press it.
And here is Bennett diving to about the 1.5, and the Lions quickly will call a timeout. 5 seconds ticked off, and Detroit has 2 timeouts remaining. Packers have won 4 of their last 5 games and looking to end the Lions' 4-game winning streak. Detroit 7-2 on the year, and Green Bay trying to get ahead of steam for the push down the stretch.
And this will go a long way toward it with this, the way this situation will be if this indeed holds up, improving them to 6-4, and Detroit wasting a great opportunity to have the best record in the NFC if they do indeed lose this game.
But the Cowboys losing to Atlanta, the Lions, if they were to win, would be 8-2 on the year, and that'd be the best record in the conference. 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line, 1:55 remaining.
The Packers didn't get it inside, and I think Mike Holmgren would definitely be wise to go outside. 1.5 yards basically to go for this 6-point, this touchdown, and a definite win here. You've been getting 4 or 5 yards of crack. Why not go outside?
Pat Swillen has come back in the lineup for the Lions. It's 2nd and goal. They've got an 8-man front, and the give is to Edgar Bennett. Bennett dives in, touchdown. Edgar Bennett with a 2nd touchdown of the game with Ed West blocked.
best hit on that play was by Brett Favre. Body slams his fullback after the touchdown.
Edgar Bennett with a big game, 2 touchdowns today, 66 yards rushing, and an 8-point lead now for the Packers, who can stretch it to 9 after this kick.
Nice play, good execution, good call. Everything was just right on that play, and there you see the beginning of that great hit by Brett Favre.
Taking advantage of the turnover, the interception by Leroy Butler. Jackie's kick is good, and the Packers lead it now 26-17.
Let's take another look at that one. Watch the lead block by Thompson. The fine block by Ed West at tight end. Harry Galbraith just gets enough of Dennis Gibson to open things up. Watch out, watch out. There he comes, the Terminator quarterback.
And earlier we saw Favre trying to get that first down by reaching the ball. Here he is again, all over Bennett.
Good form. Wrap those arms around. Slam him into the turf. I mean, you can hurt a guy doing that. You catch a little corner of his shoulder.
So the Packers headed for their 5th win in 6 starts. And now let's take a look at their next 6 games. They've got divisional games against Tampa Bay, Chicago, Minnesota. But it's not something that Mike Holmgren's team can't handle, Randy, as you look to the end of the year.
You definitely do. I look at that schedule right now as things stand. That little stretch, the 3-game stretch at the end, Minnesota, the Raiders, and Detroit are definitely the strength. Tampa Bay, no. Chicago, probably not as a real strength, to be honest with you. Mike Holmgren's sitting in a position where if he can get healthy, especially on defense, he can make a run at this thing.
Remember, he's playing without Bryce Popp, who had 8.5 sacks coming into this game. Wayne Simmons, the other outside backer. Matt Brock has played, although he has been hampered with a sprained knee. And, of course, Jackie Harris is going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. Jackie kicking off, and it's going to be Turner at the 19, returning for the Lions. And Boy Harris grabs hold. Well, a big day for the Green Bay Packers, and they are 1 minute and 46 seconds away from winning their 6th game of the year. What a difference a year makes. A year ago, the Packers at this time were 3-6, and the Lions were 2-7. So both teams have made dramatic turnarounds.
But I think Rodney Peete and this entire Detroit Lions team, their coach, Wayne Fontes, have got to look at this game and learn from it. They are indeed not quite as good, I think, as they may have believed, and Wayne Fontes has got some work to do, I think, especially with this offense.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. Peete is sacked, and there's Reggie White. He's got it. Reggie White with 10.5 sacks on the year. He was the NFC Defensive Player of last week.
Well, you're about to see, I think Rodney Peete appreciates what a bug feels like on the grill of a semi.
Gee, how decisive that is. Black. 2nd down and 14. And the pass incomplete, and now penalty marker down as Reggie White again making a beeline toward Rodney Peete.
I believe the referee is going to start to call grounding, but Barry Sanders was in the area.
No foul on the play. Number 20 was an eligible receiver in the middle of the field. No flag.
No penalty on the play.
Well, it's not only defenses that lose Barry Sanders in the shuffle of the linemen from time to time.
Barry Sanders this half has carried only 4 times for 12 yards, and the running game of the Packers has kept him off the field. He had 63 yards in the first half. 3rd down and 14. Peete. And it's incomplete, dropped by Sanders, and that'll bring up 4th down. Today's game was produced by Mark Wolf and directed by Mike Arnold. Our associate producer is Richard Drake, and our broadcast associate is John Coleman'sberger. The senior producer of the NFL on CBS is Ed Gorin, and the executive in charge of production is Rick Gentile. And a fine job by all in this important NFC Central battle. Want to thank Marty Aronoff and Dave Forrest for their work up here in the booth. Minute and 22 seconds remaining. It'll be fourth down. Lions in a desperate state. And there goes the sack as Tony Bennett gets Rodney Peete. And the Lions are out of time. They're out of downs. And the Packers will take over on downs.
And there was really no discussion as to whether or not you go for it there on fourth down. You go for it. You know they're going to come after your quarterback. Good coverage down the field. And watch the guys coming after Rodney. What a good exclamation point to this entire football game, I think. The Packer defense taking control. Tony Bennett, Matt Brock from that side. But the Packer defense, Ray Rhodes, their defensive coordinator, did a good job in his game plan. But he was also, I think, fortunate and going up against a very disjointed and odd game plan attacking these Green Bay Packers. I don't really think you can possibly overuse Barry Sanders, but you can definitely underuse him. There's Ray Rhodes in the middle of the screen with a towel around his head.
And how about some kudos for Sherman Lewis, because the Green Bay Packers exhibited today something they haven't shown all year, and that is a running game. 157 yards against the second-best rushing defense in the NFC. They kept Barry Sanders off the field, and there is Sherman Lewis standing up.
He's behind the pole right here, and that's Ray Rhodes right there.
There is Sherman. Both Rhodes and Lewis came over with Mike Holmgren from San Francisco. Well, let's take a look at the updated standings in the NFC Central, with Detroit losing and Green Bay winning, one game behind the leaders. Minnesota plays Tampa Bay tonight, and the Bears locked in a battle with Kansas City. So the Lions coming off a bye week, going on the road and losing to the Packers, who have won 5 of their last 6 games. And you looked at their, I would have to say, favorable schedule from here on out.
Green Bay better have a favorable schedule, because you know that Detroit does. Detroit probably has, I think, one tough schedule as far as teams go. They have San Francisco on the 19th of December. Besides that, they have these Packers again. They have Minnesota again. So Green Bay needs to finish with a flourish, because Detroit does have some easier games on the schedule.
And one thing to be noted is the fact that if it comes down to that, as the Lions call a timeout, that the Packers and the Lions would meet on the final Sunday of the regular season in the Silverdome, where the Lions are, well, very tough to beat.
Well, if you remember last year, Mike Holmgren and these Packers came up to the same situation last Sunday of the year in Minnesota, playing for the playoff spot in the division. They came up short there, but Mike Holmgren told us yesterday, he said, hey, Dick, Randy, if I get a chance to do that again, I'm completely happy. If that's what it comes to, I wouldn't be surprised.
The Dallas Cowboys had their 7-game winning streak snapped. The Atlanta Falcons scored the big upset today. Emmitt Smith was hurt. We'll get more of that. Don't forget, we've got the post-game show coming up with Greg and Terry in our New York studios, and we'll bring you up to date on the games around the league with scoring details and highlights, and an injury report, I'm sure, on Emmitt Smith.
Well, keep an eye on Dallas. Dallas is a team that had no injuries to speak of last year. Suddenly they may be without Troy Aikman and without Emmitt Smith at the same time.
They're going to let that clock run down. The Lions are out of timeouts. Another factor here with Dallas losing, and now 7-3, and the Lions at 7-3. Tomorrow night, the 49ers and the Saints are battling for supremacy in the NFC West. The 49ers have been a hot team lately. Saints seem to be going the other way, and it's possible that by the time Tuesday morning arrives, the 49ers and the Cowboys will have the same record.
It's going to be a great finish to the season. It is crazy and, I don't know, stupid as the scheduling was this first 12 weeks or so. It almost dissuaded enthusiasm. But right now, I think the last end of the season is going to be a wild finish, because every division will have at least 2 teams clawing at each other.
The clock stops with 28 seconds remaining. And the Lions will take over with 28 seconds.
Mike Holmgren definitely had the ball and fell on it a few times and basically gave the ball back over on downs. Not many coaches in the league would just do that. The majority would run the ball, and kick a field goal.
Well, he's a class gentleman and an outstanding coach in his second year here, and one of only 3 winning coaches the Packers have had. Curly Lambeau, Vince Lombardi, and Mike Holmgren. That's pretty good company. And, of course, he does have to play them again on the last Sunday on the road.
I don't know. Compassion is something that isn't exactly flourish in this league.
You notice. The Bears beat the Kansas City Chiefs 19-7 coming from behind. So Chicago now 500 at 5-5 in the division. There's the final and Neil Anderson's 1-yard touchdown run. The decider. Pete's long pass intended for Willie Green is knocked away with 22 seconds to go. George Teague was covering on the play. Well, as we mentioned, Packers play 3 games every year here at County Stadium in Milwaukee. The other 5 home games, of course, at Lambeau Field in Green Bay.
Why don't we make that 6?
Let's make it 6.
6 straight. Let's see. We'll get a little 6 going on there. 6 straight games here at Milwaukee County, and Mike Holmgren 5-0.
And you know, this team has actually played better here in Milwaukee than they've had in Green Bay. There's an injured Lion down on the field. That's why we have a delay. Not sure who it is, so we won't guess. Willie Green, who had a big day today for the Lions. Barry Sanders had 63 yards rushing in the first half, only 12 in the second half. Looking at the Lions' last 6 games, as you mentioned, the 49ers at the Silverdome could be troublesome, and I have to think that maybe Phoenix on the road could be a couple.
Well, you know, and coming off of this game and getting kind of a read on the Lions, I think as people have off of this one, you got to think there is not a solid win in those last 6 games. This is a team that can play good defense, but right now offensively does not have their act together. They're an offense that has a great running back, an all-time great running back in Barry Sanders. They are missing 2 things. I think they're missing a good, solid, coherent game plan, and they're missing a quarterback that can really execute it and bring it out. I mean, it's no mystery. That's what Detroit has needed for quite a few years, and that's a solid quarterback to lead them.
Their next outing will be Thanksgiving Day on CBS against the Chicago Bears. And it all gets underway at noon Eastern with the NFL Today. That's Herman Moore. And that's an incompleted pass. He was out of bounds when he caught the ball. So 16 seconds remain. And when you look at the fine receivers and the great running back on the Lions, of course, the burden of proof always goes to the quarterback. And that's what Rodney Peete, who will see his personal 4-game winning streak go down the drain today.
Well, they spent a lot of money on their offensive line up front, you know, bringing in Richards and Lutz and Freilich and doing that. But they've got another great one in Lomas Brown. But what they need is they need a quarterback that scares people, a quarterback that won't make the critical mistake. And today Rodney got some pressure, and he made the critical mistake.
Derek Moore running the clock out perhaps. Well, at the end of the third quarter, when the Packers had a 1st and goal at the 2 and then missed a 53-yard field goal, that was the downtime for Green Bay, but they have outscored the Lions 10-0 in the 4th quarter, the big quarter, and Mike Holmgren's Packers have defeated the Detroit Lions 26-17 and now have moved to within 1 game of the lead in the NFC Central. Want to remind you, coming